and a Kenny Veich case, a mashup of conversations and discussions, as well as some of the latest talk within the case. Let's just hope that the connection is a lot better this time round, and the audio, because supposedly the feedback on the last one, also on the replay, wasn't as good. But what can be done? I mean, using Wi-Fi, using everything that I've got. I just need to get an item over here. There we go. Bring the chair in if need be. Leave it to the side just for now. With it being quite hot, got the window open, so you might get a bit of background sound, but nothing too problematic. Welcome to those that have joined. Obviously, throughout, just let me know if the connection is okay, internet connection, the audio quality, and as long as it's not glitching or anything like that. Honestly, don't know why it does that. I think it's really unreliable, maybe, mobile streaming, live streaming. So I'm going to take that into consideration, okay? Don't know if it's got anything to do with whether it's vertical or horizontal live streaming, but I'm definitely going to take it into consideration next time round when it comes to maybe using a different device when possible and when I have it. We got Mia. Welcome, Mia. Not seen you before, I think. Says, I can hear you fine. That's obviously big positive there. Okay. 6 people present. Welcome. We are going to start off with the Presgrove case tonight, and then later move on to the Kenny Veich discussions and whatnot. I'd like to do a heavily focused one on Kenny Veich that's more dominated by mobile users. I thought, because a lot of people like to use tablets or TVs when watching the Presgrove ones, I needed to do it horizontally so it didn't ruin it for people's viewing aspect ratio. We've got Strawberry. The chat keeps disappearing. Hi there, Strawberry. Hey. Hopefully the trains outside aren't too noisy. Every now and then. I would tend to normally leave the window closed when I'm doing more narration-based clips and stuff. I will sit down at some point if I don't get too warm. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, beautiful. I hope you're doing okay, Strawberry. I'm a bit warm. Already warm. I've got standard water this time round because I'm such a good boy. It's cold at the moment, so that will help quite a lot. And then the flavoured water as well, which is the same as usual. So what I'm going to do, allow a few more people to join on in. Maybe get about 10 to 15 people watching live. Hopefully get about 15 people live. And then I can get further into the talks of today. Reflecting on last night and how shocking it really is, the way it's going. We got Keith. Hi there, welcome. Strawberry, I'm good. How are you? Oh my God, me too. My shower was cool too. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Nice, cool shower. Something that I could have done with myself. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'd say Strawberry, the last few days, I think maybe 3 or 4 days back to back have been very, very, very good. Been able to do quite a range of cardio exercises as well over the last few days, so that's really helped as well. Kind of being quite active. So welcome to anyone else that joins along. I'm just waiting while some more people join the live, and then I can get more into it. I'm probably going to sit down in a second or so. Let's move that there. I've got to twist the chair. People probably get flashbacks to the last live stream what I did when I was stood up thinking, oh God, this is going to be boring. Well, don't worry, we're going to get more into it. I really don't know what's going on with YouTube live streaming. I don't know why it's so dead, you know. I'll have to try it with maybe a future case, you know. Maybe with a future case, when it's a bit more popular, if I do it in the style of a live stream, see if it's any different or not. Because I know, look, let's be honest, the Presgrove case is quiet now. But it does make you think, why is the Presgrove case quiet just because nothing new has come out. There's no proper updates. So regulars may step away or look at other cases. I get that in a way. But what about new viewers, new people? Surely there's always new people that come along. There's billions, millions of people on this planet, and yet are people not searching for the Presgrove case, or is it just more so that there's no reason to search because there is no knowledge of the case in the first place, and YouTube and other platforms aren't pushing the case out there because it just isn't popular? It's a very common pattern and trend that when humans like to throw it at me and say, oh, I'm benefiting off a case, off a death, etc. I've built this and I've built that off a case. Look at the bloody case. Look at how dead it is. No pun intended. Look at how dead and empty and quiet the case is. And then you compare that to the correlation of how I lock on even more and how some of the most important material comes on in at a later point when other humans have given up, and then the rest just don't know about the case because platforms don't advertise it or want to promote it the same way, because they favor the Kylie Rodney case, the Gabby Petito case, the Sebastian Rogers case, the Idaho 4 case, ones that have gone on, the Jay Slater case. I don't know if you've seen that, Strawberry, but there are some channels out there that are still making videos on that particular case, but it's active, it's working. And when I say working, I mean, there's a lot of people constantly coming back to that. So it seems like the cases that I cover collectively, people don't have the same stamina. But other cases, true crime related, more so, other cases out there with other channels, when I say audience, that can be loosely meant as new people, returning people, whatever, seem to have more stamina on certain cases, and yet they're so old and it's so repetitive. And, you know, people can throw it back at me. Oh, it's not good enough. Oh, there's nothing new, etc. Yet at the end of the bloody day, I'm specifically making almost every single bloody video, title, thumbnail specifically unique to one another, and even the description, typing it out manually every single bloody time, the tags, the hashtags, and everything in between. And all the other piss pots out there using the same repetitive thumbnails over and over again, and yet they're doing better, as in the awareness aspect, as in, more importantly, the stamina and the hunger. What is going on? Because I do predict at times that if another channel, if another person did a carbon copy of my video, my material and all that, for some reason I can imagine it performing differently. So I think YouTube definitely has something against me. And, you know, people always like to say, oh, well, it's not that, you know, YouTube's this and that. Look, I've been screwed over a lot by YouTube. 5 months straight, that particular time when everything was limited and restricted on my channel for 5 months straight, just because of 2 videos that were falsely, incorrectly by the automated system, and they screwed me over within a 90-day period. 5 months straight. It's embarrassing. What else do we have? I'll just keep up with the comments. Strawberry, it's so ridiculous. You're the one that is keeping it alive. Appreciate that, definitely. We've got Craig Wilson. Big shout out to Craig, and that's a very good profile picture as well. YouTube is a total joke. It definitely is more so now. YouTube will punish me for doing nothing wrong, but YouTube will not do anything to those that have broken multiple guidelines, and there's clear evidence of it. Keith, it's a real shame that Ellie isn't giving any updates on Noah's case. Travesty for this kid and the community. So I think, Keith, that, yeah, in fairness, if the LE did their job more properly and were more cooperative and communicative publicly in some way, and news outlets as well, that initial reach would target the interest of the general public that don't know anything about the case, bring them in. That's when they start searching, and that's when they should find my videos, because I don't know how much it works now, but the thing is, Strawberry, when it came to, I don't know why I'm talking directly to you because I know there's other people present, but when it came to the Dylan Rounds case, using the hashtags, I absolutely flooded YouTube with the videos because of so much to cover, right? Nearly 500 videos made, at least 400 and what made within 2 years or so. I did videos when I could and when it was possible to cover, and not dragged out like what many other channels out there do. I don't know if you know, Strawberry, when it comes to the Idaho 4 case, or maybe it's Summer Wells case, people have made nearly 1,000 videos on one case, or maybe over 1,000. Who does that? I know there's only so much you can talk about as well. The length of time a case goes on for. Is it just one of those things? The more popular a case is, the more resources, the more activity. But then again, let's be realistic. There's a lot of channels out there that will just reuse and sit back on their arse, watch a 2 to 3 hour long live stream court interview or something like that, try and act shocked, intelligent. Oh, wow, that's really good. Whoa. They shifted the seat then. Oh my God, look at that person shuffling that paperwork. Oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm almost gonna wet myself. That's what it's like. That's what they do. They don't get hands-on in regard to the online aspect. I don't really see anyone doing the map analysis. I don't see anyone doing like the more side-by-side comparison type ones. Tim Daniel, it's a bit too hot today, but if it was colder, I would have been wearing or testing that tight top, so Tim would have been able to see it. Well, what I can do, well, actually, no, oh, it's downstairs, isn't it? Unlucky Tim, the top's walked away. Oh, Tim's got other ideas with the emojis. Interesting. Badger Life, welcome. George as well, welcome. Strawberry, Raf, no one does what you do, fact. Appreciate that, Strawberry, I do. Shout out to Brenda. Tim. Yeah, so I didn't get a copyright claim or a copyright strike from when the tight-fitting top, so clearly, you know, partners in true crime must know that when it comes to certain fitting of clothing, it is unique to myself, so that's good. Craig, what's your opinion on Kenny's disappearance? Would love to know your thoughts as you know this case inside out. So what I would say, Craig, and I will just touch upon it now because I maybe can go into a bit more depth later on if people stick about, but I feel that Kenny Veich is almost teasing us. The fact that his scent ended at the mine shaft, in the words of the Red Rock Search and Rescue, you could argue and say maybe the scent was wearing off because further on where he went, as time passed by, it would have faded with the distance, but we don't know for certain. And considering that his phone and coins were found near the mine shaft, unknown as to what condition it was in, granted, I just feel like, did he go so far, put the items down to almost like solidify, I'm here in the desert, as I said I would be, but because his scent has faded at that point or stopped, he could have double backed on the way he hiked up and got back. Excuse my blender. Yeah, I wondered what that noise was, Strawberry. I thought it was a train. Turns out it was the blender. Okay. How much liquid do you have? Do you have any to spare? I'll do a taste test. I'll try not to spit it out. Sadie, I didn't even check to see if he was on early. He needs to give us a heads up. Are you talking about me, Sadie? I mean, in fairness, I did actually give a heads up. I on the community post, I did. Strawberry, 250 milliliters. Well, I don't have a measuring jug with me right now, so I'm not too sure if that's enough or not. Maybe a little droplet. Just a little droplet, maybe. Or maybe I'll just catch the droplet if you do spill any from your mouth. I'm sure it'll all taste the same anyway. Might even taste a bit better. Is it like green liquid, then? Karen Reed verdict just in. Not guilty. Oh, is that another case what people have been really focusing in on? Good call on the jury. In my opinion, Kenny set this whole thing up. It does come across that way, Larry. The fact that Kenny's body hasn't been found. Vanilla? Ooh. Is that like the colour vanilla, or you mean it tastes of vanilla? Sounds like some kind of dessert. Are you gonna make me hungry? USU, welcome to the channel. He's not dead. Fair enough. Welcome anyway to the channel. The taste is vanilla. What are you having, Strawberry? Some nice dessert. Oh. I do like vanilla a lot. Let's catch up with the comments. Okay. 26 people watching, that's quite positive, that, I'll be honest. I will kick things off right now in regard to Noah Presgrove, and then move on to Kenny Veich shortly afterwards, so don't go anywhere. I do have some screenshots just from the live chat of what was done in recent time. I know it's back to front that because it's mirrored on screen, but that's the live chat from last night in regard to the never seen before footage party video. And it kind of went as predicted, more so a prediction that I made in the past. What is that? Got to acknowledge Glenn because Glenn's very consistent on my channel. Big shout out to Glenn. I believe, I guess in regard to Kenny, he would lead a path to the mine shaft. However, if he was still alive, as much as he loved attention, he would have surfaced by now. Yeah, because you can only do so much keeping low. I get that. Ooh, you would share. Well, I appreciate that, Strawberry. I know there's certain things you won't share, like a Breno, a twirl, a flake. That's okay. But a smoothie, liquid, any liquid, if you'll share, I appreciate that. Oh, the sirens outside. The sirens are already coming in. Oh, God, am I going to get arrested that early on? That'll be a bit of a speed run. Badger Glenn, some people want to disappear out of the spotlight. It's where they go after that. Kenny Veich technically was in the spotlight. At the time, I believe Kenny Veich had 33,000 subscribers. So he was already somewhat established. He was already past the point of if you wanted to be a part of the YouTube partner program, I believe. So he could have done something. He could have grown. But in terms of the 33,000 subscribers, that might have been more so just around the time of when he disappeared. But I do remember that figure. So what I want to do, welcome to anyone else that has joined the live stream. I'm covering Noah Presgrove. I'm looking at the live chat, parts of it from last night to do with the never seen before material and footage. If you want to hear more about that, which has never been seen before, and it's quite eye-opening in terms of the timing, the timestamp, and the conflict with Caden Pressey and the side-by-side rollover. Go onto my channel page, go onto the video section tab, and it's the latest one there from last night. So Michael Facecast did show up last night and said, oh my God, lol, another video of a video. What does that mean? A video of a video. It's basically where a person has their phone or somebody else's phone, holding it out like that. Oh, I can see my own reflection in that. Very nice. No, that sounds narcissistic. Oops. So you see, you're holding the phone like that, and then you've got another phone pointing at the screen, right? I mean, what else could you do? Use the device which has the video on, and then send it to someone or online, maybe. That's possible. But are you allowed to? Do the police give the thumbs up for that? Or are they like, well, you can't be sharing it on the original device. You might need to use a secondary one. Does it really matter? Because no one had the same... People had more leniency towards the Caden Pressey situation when it came to the Snapchats, when it came to the diner, when it came to Caden, his girlfriend at the time, Logan Jernigan, and the boyfriend, JJ Bumpaz, at the time in a diner, when Jack Newton reached out via Snapchat, kind of questioning, interrogating Caden about, you know, can you retell me the story and events? And can you let me know before I get upset? And in addition to that, also referring to, you know, the lighting, it was light, it wasn't dark, and Caden's like, what the hell are you on about? And when that whole Snapchat conversation was shared and posted somewhere online, public, which we looked at ourselves, was it a screenshot from Caden's phone? No. Did Caden post it from his phone? No. What happened? It was a photo taken from a girlfriend's phone, pointing at Caden's phone, and the reason why is so you don't have to screenshot it because it would notify Jap that you've taken a screenshot within the app itself as Snapchat. So there's a backstory behind it. But nevertheless, there's leniency there. Caden Pressey can show or pass it on in some way. And it's not even from his own device. It's from another person that's deciding to take a photo of it, of another video, of another photo. A photo of a photo. Oh, that's all fine and dandy and good. But the moment someone does a video of a video, like how Michael says, now it's a problem. Double standards. I'm sure that will apply elsewhere within the case. As long as you're seeing the material on screen, it's better than nothing. Maybe some people are like, well, we need to see the raw video on the raw device so we can see the raw timestamp, as if, because people still wouldn't be pleased about that because they'll be thinking, oh, it's probably been manipulated, it's been altered with, etc. So definitely double standards beyond. Quickly highlight the comments. Brenda, another video of a video with timestamp is better than alleging that there's a video and never producing it. Well said, Brenda. I do actually bring that up a bit later. Badger, let's hope that wasn't a Daybell portal or he's a goner. What's a Daybell portal? Is Daybell the Daybell whatever case or something? I'm just familiar with that last name. What else do we have? Kids playing around, as Andrea says when it came to that clip. Yep. Michael Facecast, people and these damn timestamps. These damn timestamps. Well, what do you want? No timestamps whatsoever? Oh no, here's some video footage, but there's no timestamp. Well, that's useless. How are we supposed to work with that? That's not good enough. It could be at any point. It could be at any time. There's no timestamp whatsoever. It could be from an old party. So we're not satisfied. But this case, that there is a timestamp. Damn, these timestamps. I'm sick of seeing timestamps. I don't want to see timestamps anymore. Well, if you don't want to see timestamps anymore, then why previously have you been going on about timestamps, timestamps, and timestamps? As for the full video, I can only present what I've been given. But it doesn't just link to one person. It will spread collectively. Let's just catch up with the comments, of course. We've got Mike Johnson. Welcome back. And this time round, hopefully, from the looks of it, connection is okay. George to Michael and the video demands. He was asking people to send him the original Michael Facecast, a photo of a video of a photo of a person talking about a rumor. Now that's what I call great evidence. Right, so who's Michael referring to there? A photo of a video. A photo of a video in which Caden Pressey was sharing, and in his own words, and just hearsay is enough for people to be easily satisfied and convinced publicly or like online. Yeah, there's a problem about that. People will take words over hard evidence. That's the reality with people in this case and community. And I will summarize it a little bit more. We've got Mitch. Welcome back, Mitch. Tim, right, but if you question the fake tampering video that nobody has seen, you're being paid off. Major double standard. How about the full video? If the full video could be released, of course, that would be a good thing. I would hope for that, but I've not seen it. I've not had it yet. Brenda, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Exactly. Tim, much like a video of people looking at a phone on a porch, lol, double standard. George, it didn't take much evidence to send Michael to prison. Whatever that's about. Michael, nope, not the same. Sadie, yes, Michael would like no timestamps because it would be easier for him to deny true facts. See, if you get footage and material with no timestamps whatsoever, yes, it stops people from bitching and moaning about tampering of timestamps, but then the same people will just then complain with something else and say, well, there's no timestamp, so how do we know it's relevant to that party Noah attended? It could be old footage, so we're not satisfied. We want timestamps. Oh, we've been given timestamps now. Well, it's been tampered with anyway. We actually need to see it from the police. We need it to be verified. Oh, we actually get it from the police and it's verified. Well, it's still not good enough because we believe that the police are corrupt, so we can't even trust them. So who the fuck are you supposed to trust then? Nothing. Well, there we go. We might as well write everything off in the moment. Nothing's real. Nothing exists. My hair's fake. I've got plastic surgery on my nose. My nipples are about to fall off. And Strawberry is actually Bigfoot. There we go. Really good and likes drinking vanilla, supposedly. Right, where are we? Let's just catch up. Michael, what about the picture of Noah in the bathtub unconscious? Why not release the full video? Well, that's the problem, Michael. There are witnesses on Facebook in the past that have stated at one point the video was released online briefly, and it showed Noah standing up, leaning forwards with black shorts on. And there was a couple of people that were witnessing that at the time, and that Noah wasn't unconscious. So who's going to believe what at what point? Michael Facecast, I have the photo of it. What do you have the photo of, Michael? Noah in the bathtub unconscious or something else? See, this is what I mean. If Michael is saying something or other people and they're very passionate or they believe in what they say because they have evidence or they know of certain stuff, if that material can be publicly released, and it's only if, so it doesn't cause any issues to the case. But at the same time, if that's possible, it's possible to release, but people aren't releasing it, but you expect people to believe in your words, it's just not good enough. It feels like it's being gatekept. And when it comes to me, any material evidence that I get, and providing it can be released, that's exactly what I'm going to do, right? If there is material in the background which can't be released because legal issues, I understand that, but you can't expect the general public to just nod their heads and believe in you when what you say, you can't back it up with the hard evidence just yet. It's about give and take, being patient, right? What else do we have? So it's interesting that Michael has a photo of the bath and Noah being unconscious. George, wasn't someone saying there's a video of Alicia and Justin in the Duncan parking lot? Well, I didn't know about Justin then. Michael says supposedly what? Tammy, did they ever show Mikey actually under the cone? At some point, a bit of common sense has to come in, and maybe it's not possible now because it's so far gone in the case with trust issues and people being inconsistent, like within the case. But I'll give you my thoughts shortly. Mitch, what you got videos and pictures of, Michael? Strawberry, a little cat sound just to ease the tension. I'll tell you so, when I do the purring, my eyes actually vibrate and I can't see clearly. That's how intense it is. George, Ellie would have seen all the videos, all the pics. So Michael, you should ask Ellie that you demand to see them. Tim Daniel, Michael, are you saying you have a photo of Noah in the bathtub? And Michael says, yes, I have a photo of Noah in the bathtub. Well, in fairness, what Michael says there would be considered shocking and very important. Yes, it is very important, but on the surface level, publicly speaking, it's not been seen. So it's hard to believe. But someone like me, I'm not going to dismiss it completely. But at this moment in time, there's nothing I can do about it either because I've not seen it myself. I'm just hearing and seeing words only. The car was rocking. What were they getting up to in the car? Mike Johnson, Michael has never had anything, never will anything, just the gossip queens with no supporting documentation. Is it such a thing where there is footage or claims of Noah unconscious or this or that, and then it ends up just in saying, oh, I got wrong information again. It was sent to me recently, but it's very bad quality. Now, I'm not being awkward here, Michael, but counterpoints to how other people counter timestamps and say it's been altered with, other people could put the argument across and say, well, if the quality's so crappy and bad and pixelated, how can we be sure it's Noah? How can it be easily identified if it's that blurry? You know? How blurry is it? And the fact that I'm hearing it for the very first time, this bathtub situation, is very interesting. Michael always trying to stay relevant. My little kitty strawberry. My nails are looking like cats as well. Michael, it originated in a group chat called the Dark Side Chat. I don't know if it's legit. Looks like someone has blurred it. I don't know if it is him or not. That is what is needed. You know, the uncertainty. The uncertainty in just wording can go a long way than if you just straight up say, well, I've got evidence and I've got material of Noah in the bathtub unconscious. Instead of saying that, what you should say first is, well, supposedly a group chat has shown material at some point, but the quality is shit. We can't quite identify him. We don't actually know if it really is him, and it is a bit blurred in some way, and it may have been passed on from one person to another, and through communication and maybe Chinese whispers, it's kind of got out of hand. But just as a heads up, there is supposedly material out there which may suggest that Noah is in the bath. This is what's needed, right? Language, communication, being specific, or at least trying to, because what we saw just before caught my eye, of course, but I didn't get too excited because I was thinking, is there a but? And as soon as it was added in the quality aspect or the blurriness aspect and not being able to completely confirm whether it is him or not, it's like a Justin Roy situation of jumping in first by saying, we've solved it, we've got the material, it's all cleared, it's all confirmed. A few months later. Oh, but by the way, wrong information. By the way, it actually came from somewhere else. Yeah, scapegoat, someone else to blame. Yeah, well, actually, we don't know. Going back to the drawing board, go to the drawing board before rather than afterwards, right? See, at least the material that I have shown, even people may not like the timestamps, at least visually, some of the snaps and stuff are clear, are they not? Right? Let's catch up with the comments. Very active tonight, Strawberry, isn't it? Wow. So just to go back over Michael Face's comment to do with obtaining a photo of Noah in a bathtub as it was quoted originally, and then by saying it originated from a Dark Side Chat, I guess on Facebook. But I don't know if it's legit. Looks like someone has blurred it out. I don't know if it is him or not. But wasn't it mentioned earlier on in the chat about I have a photo of it. I have a photo of Noah. What about the picture of Noah in the bathtub unconscious? Why not release the full video of that? So how Michael introduced it into the conversation of stating, what about the picture of Noah? Oh, a picture of Noah, said with confidence. And then with elaboration, trailing back on, well, I've got a photo of it. It supposedly is him. We're kind of undoing it, unwinding. You start off confident and then you finish off with, well, actually, I don't know if it is him or not. Now, thankfully, this is all within the same live chat. But as you can see, if some of this was taken out of context, like just in lacking context Roy, it could run a certain way and people will think and only look at one part of Michael's comment of, oh, there is a photo of Noah, unconscious. Oh my God, people rush to it and believe in it. And then they neglect what Michael says afterwards in terms of the additional context. All I'm doing right now, I'm basically giving you a demonstration of how things can go to shit, right? how it can be taken out of context, and then how it can be spread and it can be run with for months upon months. And then down the line, eventually the truth comes out that, well, we don't know if it's certain or not. So I hope people are taking notes here, because really important to acknowledge how people start off with confidence in their language and wording, might come across as if it's been stated as a fact or some kind of certainty. It gets people's hopes up, and then it unwinds afterwards with the, well, actually, I don't really know. It's almost like a Caden Pressey-like mentality of Caden Pressey saying, well, I was actually at the party and I actually saw Noah reaching out to multiple people for a ride back home. And then in the live chat on my video ended up saying, well, actually, no, I never saw Noah reach out to anyone. I just heard it with my ears. So I don't actually know who those faces are, by the way. Or the other one where Caden Pressey said, oh, it was the day after when I went to that lake after Noah's death. And then in the live chat or somewhere, Kane said, well, actually, I don't really know what day it was. What is this pattern with people starting it off with a level of confidence and certainty, getting people's hopes up really high, and then saying, well, actually, I don't really know. Say you don't know in the first place, and then build off it from it there. Foundations and structures and buildings and places start from the bottom weak, and you build your way up, like theories and ideas. People like to play it down on me and say, oh, that doesn't mean much. That holds no weight or value. You need the evidence. You need the real material. Yes, that's what comes with time. There's a process to it. You start it off with an idea, a concept, an invention. You build it, the foundations, the schematics, the blueprints. It strengthens, it builds, it gains traction. You get material, you might get additional information. And in parallel to it, there might be evidence that comes in line. And then it links, it might gel and stick with what you've been saying. So you're ahead of the curve. You got an idea of what to expect next, and it complements your own ideas. And then eventually it fulfills from a theory idea into a fact, because it's been merged with evidence. But that's not how it's gone in this particular case. Are you not part of the Dark Side chat group? Nope. Never heard of it whatsoever. I'm not even in the Sofa Sleuth page either. And as for the review page on Reddit, well, I'm not even in that now. I don't know what's happened there. It's gone private. Oh yeah, sorry, Strawberry. Yeah. I'll do it, Strawberry. Appreciate that. Law enforcement told Robin Smith the phones were wiped. Right, okay. So I might have screenshots somewhere. I do believe I saw that Robin Smith on Reddit that said, well, police have told us or told me that people's phones were wiped. So I think I do remember that to some extent. Do you ever stop? Who's that? Me in my mouth? I don't know. Right, what else? Very interesting chat tonight. Welcome to anyone else that's present. Michael Facecast, someone is pretending to be you then. Oh, are you saying, Michael, that in the dark group chat that there is a person impersonating me? As in what username, if I may ask? And as for the Dark Side chat, is it really people from the Dark Side Sofa Sleuth page, or is it more so a wannabe people from the Army page pretending to be the Dark Side? Just like when, what was it, Michael Facecast, more so Laura Dutton, the creator of a certain Facebook group chat called Stevie Howard, but spelled incorrectly. And Michael Facecast said, well, I didn't create it. It was Laura that put the idea across. I changed the spelling of it to the correct spelling afterwards, and yet when looking at the screenshot, it showed Michael Facecast naming it incorrectly in the first place, which didn't make sense through the actual hard evidence. And then Laura Dutton said, well, I never created that page. And people said afterwards, does it really matter? Is it really a big deal? If such a small-scale concept and lacking of communication, and it's so incoherent and incompetent, and people can't admit what's happened and what's not, over a small little group chat, a small little minute thing, then just imagine if you upscale it to something much bigger, where's it going to go from there? What else do we have? Mitch, haha, there's a wannabe ref on the loose in the dark chat. Well, what I would like to know is, when it comes to Facebook, you can't use the name Warlight Ref because it's not classified as a human name. So what name or what username is being used to impersonate me then? I'd like to know. I'll see if I can get a screenshot for you. Well, that'll be interesting, Michael. It'll be very interesting to see that. Because I've tried it myself on Facebook. I wanted to use my username from YouTube onto Facebook. So it's unique to me without it being too personal. And guess what? Facebook wouldn't allow me to use my YouTube username because it's not human. Oh, but Facebook's quite okay in allowing anyone to use any random human name. What good does that do? We've got Coco Gemini, welcome back. We've got Janet Gold, welcome to the channel. What is happening? Well, are you familiar with the Noah Presgrove case? If you are, or if you're more so with the Kenny Veich case, we'll get to that a bit later. We're focusing in on the crazy situation of what's gone down in recent time. Michael Facecast, I DM'd you to your Jan Fiorillo account. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I understand what you mean, Michael. When I saw JF, Jan Fiorillo, no, I get what you mean, Michael. So I'll take a look at that, of course. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like because, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if it was a certain YouTuber out there that continuously makes videos about me, as you know. Really wouldn't surprise me. Dominican Republic. Oh, wow. I think what's also Strawberry, there is only one ref. Huh. Appreciate that. See, the reality is people can say to me, oh, it doesn't matter if somebody impersonates you. It's a positive. People want to be you. People want to see and touch greatness, which they can never actually obtain themselves, but they will be under somebody else's shadow like mine. But the reality is I'm not benefiting from other people impersonating me. I gain nothing out of it. So I think it's a complete waste of time. Just like how people may make videos about me, I do not gain whatsoever. Do I gain new viewers? No. Do I gain more views? Absolutely not. But do other people? Yes. And why should they? Right? I know people like to turn a negative into a positive, but I like to be fucking realistic, right? I am capable of being positive in a basic way when it's needed most. Mike says, the little bitch blocked me. Is Mike referring to who, Michael? Coco, is someone pretending to be ref? To be honest, if it is, it wouldn't surprise me because it's happened multiple times now over time. And I'll tell you something as a guaranteed fact. 100% of people that have impersonated me are fully grown, or to some extent, maybe not developed, males, right? Males are always trying to impersonate me. It's never been a female, to my knowledge, in terms of a dark way. It's always males that have such a gay obsession with me, and I'm not even gay, right? So it's quite embarrassing that, and as well, I'm taken. I've been following Noah's case. Well, that's good to know, Janet. Are you aware of my channel and the coverage that I've done in recent time? If not, I can give you a quick heads up. Don't worry, Michael, I'm going to anywhere. Lisa, will the real Raf please stand up? Lisa, I'm aware that you've been enjoying a certain channel out there when it comes to AI-generated fake videos made of me. So, Lisa, naughty individual with your little teapot. Very interesting. So I have seen people jump ship in recent time, which is very typical. We saw some Dipsy Daisy tosspot hairdresser that said, oh, Raf, your hair's really nice, by the way. Oh, is that so? Your attitude disappoints me because I've seen their mindset elsewhere. It's like when videos are made and done without my consent, incompetent people go elsewhere and they don't even question whether it was done in the right way or not. People just instantly assume that, oh, I'm perfectly okay with it. What? So I'm some supposed prostitute that has the legs spread open 24/7 like a bank, transfers available and transactions at all times. Do I look like a prostitute? I don't think so. Do I give consent to legs being spread open and anything else in between and mouse? Nope, right? But people jump the gun, and that's a microcosm of people jumping the gun in the Presgrove case. Janet says, you are sexy. Well, I appreciate that, Janet. Much appreciated. Very nice. Lisa, I'm naughty because I watch another channel. No, you're not naughty because you watch another channel. Naughty as in a light-hearted term way, but more so, I'm just a little bit disappointed in you, Lisa, in terms of, I guess, your outlook towards other cancerous humans out there that have threatened me, sexual deviant activity and threats towards people that I know of and beyond. You know, if people want to associate themselves with lesser humans out there, feel free to do so, but does it imply birds of a feather flock together? Because I've got to be realistic. My extensive research and observations with humans and their minds for over 10 plus years, I've picked up a thing or two. And in 2022 with the Dylan Rounds case, and I do this just as a means to protect myself. It's nothing personal, Lisa, but humans have jumped ship in the past, and it's where they have gone. They've been okay at first on my channel. They've been good, but when they've gone elsewhere, it's what's happened to their mind. See, when people are here, people can think for themselves and do what needs to be done and act how they want. There's no rush. There's no high responsibilities or demands. There's no pressures. You do what you want and what you can. But as soon as humans jump ship elsewhere onto another channel, their minds become corrupted. And that might be subconsciously, whether that be dream state analysis, whether it be when you go to sleep and your mind opens up subconsciously, the dark thoughts creep on in. But it can happen consciously as well when you don't know it. It's a slow tightening process like an anaconda, constricting you, squeezing the air, your soul out, and adding in a toxin or venom within yourself. Sexual deviant, I just see it as a way to keep Noah's name alive. You do understand, Lisa, that I have documented it on my channel as well in terms of the threats that they've aimed at me. Just because somebody covers a case doesn't mean they should be deemed or labeled as a pure angel. A person can do good, but then on the sideline do all kinds of dodgy actions, right? It's almost like some people try and balance it out. Right, someone could rape somebody, behead somebody. Oh, but by the way, I donated $5,000 to a homeless charity. Does that make them a complete angel and completely disperse of everything else that they've done on the sideline? You can acknowledge to an extent the good what they've done, but also the bad needs to be acknowledged as well, because if it's not acknowledged, it becomes one-sided. And if it becomes one-sided, then what does that mean for the other person that looks at it one-sided? It seems like a shift, a change in mindset and personality. I've seen it all, okay, Lisa? I see it all. I've documented it all. I am the one being attacked. So of course, it's easier for me to see the stuff when I'm the one on the receiving end. I've got to be lenient towards people out there when it comes to who aren't aware of it. But I have documented it on my channel in the community chat, videos as well. All people have to do is look, listen, learn, right? If people don't want to do research, that's okay. But then people don't have the right to come back at me and say, well, are you actually right in what you say, Raf? There's so many dipsy-daisy, lackadaisical humans spread about that have their heads shoved in a cloud only because they've not been impacted themselves. But what differentiates me from other humans is I don't have to go through it. I don't have to experience it to know. I've come across other humans that are in a different situation. As a viewer, I've done my deep analysis psychological videos to highlight and acknowledge that with the role that I do and how I'm attacked, it doesn't lessen what other people have gone through. They're in a different situation, but they could be just as attacked, if not more attacked than me. I do not play down. I do not diminish, right? I may not have to see it to know it because I have a level of trust. I have a level of understanding anyway. But there's a lot of dipsy-daisy, lackadaisical individuals that just think, oh, that's nice, oh, that's funny, but don't actually look deeper behind the meaning behind it. The obsessions aimed towards me, the attacks aimed towards me, the threats of revealing location towards me, the threats of suing me. You think that's normal behavior just because somebody covers a case, oh, and it's seen as spreading awareness? Or does that completely wash over everything else that's being done? What will it honestly take for humans to actually wake up? The death of myself? Is that what it requires? It takes somebody to come along, get a knife, stick it really deep into my stomach and twist it as much as possible, so as much is as ripped out as possible, maybe finish me off in the head with a firearm. Oh, then it might be classified that because a person covers a case and is seen as a good person for spreading awareness. As for murdering and slaughtering warlike wrath, well, kind of a bad thing. Humans are really disappointing me, right? Very disappointed. Strawberry, can I please have some yogurt? What else do we have? Lisa, I still have a mind. Well, of course you would have a mind. If you did not have a mind, then likely you would not be alive living. But let's acknowledge, Lisa, you were the one to downplay Caden Pressey's timeline of 5:15 or 6:15. Does it really matter? As Tim Daniel would say, absolutely it matters. If Caden's timeline of 5:15 is correct, well then it clearly shows that there's corruption or foul play. If the 6:15, 6 in the morning timeline's more correct, and that's what Caden actually was talking about, seen as more accidental. It's that obvious. The reality is, these are fully grown humans, much older than me, more experienced, done more, have more than me, may have families, may have children, and yet their mindsets, their behavior. Okay, I'm 25, but I was covering cases at the age of 20. Not much has changed since. Arguably, I might look younger now than back then. Back then, I was a bit of a fat fuck. Now, not so much. So some things have progressed in the right way. I've gained more of a full fruit bowl now than what I had back then. Ref, of course, sweetheart as always. Same to you too, but you're sweeter. We will be talking about Kenny Veich. What time are we on? Great. We're on a good time schedule. I think what I will do now, because I've just dealt with too much incompetence in such a small space of time, I think the kettle's about to explode. Mind your head, Strawberry. We don't want any more spillages. Let's just see where we're at. Oh no, I haven't got it out of my system. There wasn't much there in the first place because I just went to the toilet in the first place. So that's all okay. Michael Facecast, people and these damn timestamps. And obviously, I can predict what will happen next with humans. Things happen, humans piss off, humans go elsewhere. Me, all about me. Crying, laughing emojis, degenerative-like, millennial-like, entitled type communication, and degenerative-like emojis. Yep. It's all boring, it's all predictable. What happened in 2022 is happening again, just a different set of humans. That's all it is, right? Many steps ahead. Expecting the type of attacks and the repercussions expected. YouTube, though, in terms of how they handle it, somewhat unexpected compared to the past. That's the only thing that's changed, more incompetence from those individuals. And what's interesting is, when it comes to serious moments, other humans fail to be serious because possibly the defense mechanism within the mind that they may use a form of humor or lightheartedness or laughing as a means of coping, a coping mechanism, because they don't really know how to act themselves, maybe because they've not gone through the proper stages development in the mind in the past. Maybe they've got some side effects as well, but you know, laughing matters here and there, and then other times there's not much to laugh about, right? Because what I find funny is, yeah, there's been some moments and spells where I was lighthearted in the case to break through the darkness, and people told me off for that, like some kind of naughty little boy. And to be honest, I don't think many people have the right to be calling me a naughty boy, with the exception of one individual that may label me that. But what I will say is, it's funny how when I do lock the fuck in, what do humans do? Oh, well, like Raph, you're a psychopath. Oh, well, like Raph, you're a bit too strong. You're a bit too serious. You're a bit too dark. Oh, I'm really scared to hide behind a chair and get a tissue and cry like it's the Titanic. Get a grip of yourself. What do you want? This or that? Indecisive behavior. Typical. And you have no idea. I don't listen to drama. Well, the thing is, Lisa, there is no drama here. It's all over there. And if you want to be a part of it, feel free. See, in 2022, there was an individual called Linda Cushing, random individual, of course, a nobody to most, but Linda Cushing was on my channel, all okay. And then the moment I simply defended myself when other people were attacking me in the first place, what happened? Linda Cushing was like, you know what, I don't like this drama. I want to get away from it. I'm going to head on over to another channel. A channel which imploded on itself over time and was constantly attacked and constantly stuck in drama. When humans think that they're upgrading elsewhere, actually they're downgrading in quality. So if people want to do that, feel free. Natural selection. Humans are replaceable. And at times when things die out, they just die out. It is what it is. And yet, some just simply have more stamina than others. And others like to contest the idea of stamina. Are they still here to contest? I don't think so, because they're not present anymore. Speaks volume itself. Oh, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Stamina. It shows in many ways, and there are witnesses that will in some way acknowledge to an extent the stamina that has been displayed. Strawberry, what I don't understand, how can you be a true supporter and go on channels that are vile towards you? Exactly. Common sense would obviously make you think, the only exception would be people go elsewhere because they're completely clueless to that channel that they're going to that's attacking me. If you're completely clueless, that's understandable. But do people learn to research after that point? No, they're not. And I am aware of other people here and now on my channel. Will they get in my way? I guess we'll see about that. But if cleansing needs to take place, that's exactly what's going to happen. People like to use the term drama a lot. Me, I have standards. I'm still here. I'm still covering cases. It's what other humans do. Other humans try and create or drag me into drama. I do not drag myself in. I just simply defend myself to lessen the blow. That's it. I have done absolutely, categorically nothing wrong to the odd creator or people out there, but they've done absolutely everything to me in a very degenerative way. And what's more concerning is that the audience out there and over there think it's very normal and it's absolutely warranted and accepted and good what a said person is doing. That is not normal behavior. That is not intelligent thinking whatsoever. It's really degenerative-like behavior, and it's extremely embarrassing. You know, I'm absolutely embarrassed by the oxygen levels produced by certain humans out there. So piss poor and pathetic. Exactly, Craig. There's a difference between light-hearted with consent and then in other ways just done outright regardless. You know what the difference is? When I did light-hearted videos in the past, even if the titles and the thumbnails appeared a little bit shocking at first, I always reached out to people and said, is it okay if I do this and if I do it that way and portray it like this? Are you sure you're okay with it? Is there anything I can do to change it or alter? And people said, absolutely fine. Thank you for reaching out. That's all it takes. And how many humans decide to do what I do to them, to what they do to me? Really, no one. Most humans that will do something to me won't even ask in the first place. Strawberry says, Raf, because you have morals. And it's funny how I could be the darkest person, the darkest presence, almost like a demonic presence, because I've seen the devil in the woods in the past. So demonic like Raf ends up being the most light angel about, when supposed positives and others out there cannot. But the most negative person in the room has to do the job and the roles of the positive people on top of all that. That is embarrassing, and I've seen it, I've done it many times with humans. More Kenny Veich, yeah, definitely. Won't be too long with some of the slides. So let's speed on up. Welcome to anyone else that has joined on in. Really full on tonight. You do great work and research, and we appreciate that. Appreciate you, Craig Wilson, good individual. See, when some people show up in the chat, and it might only be like once or twice, like initial first impressions. Yeah, I've seen Craig before, but just when that name pops up, and in the early days, Craig, good individual. Do I know much about them? No. But do they appear as a good individual? Yep. There's certain people that show up in the chat, and I don't question it much because I've got an idea, a sense. It's like when Strawberry showed up. Oh, Strawberry showed up. Perfect individual, perfect in every way. Other people want to tell me and say, oh, well, you don't know. You don't know. I do know. I sense it. That's the difference with some people. It's not always possible. You're welcome, Craig. Coca, have you looked into Layla Santanella? I like you, but I am so over the no Presgrove drama. See, people call it drama. Me, I don't see it as drama because I'm just covering the case, but fair enough. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Well, technically, things are happening, just very, 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 very slowly. I mean, look, never seen before party footage. I was able to release it just yesterday. Who knows what else could come? Mikey Lair's Snapchat, I was able to release that. First person and only person to do so. Other creators out there like to latch on and use my screenshots, acting as if they're the one that found it. Piss poor, peasant-like behavior, typical. But when it's really mattered and counted and never seen before text or never seen before details by Caden Pressey, which turns everything upside down, Coco, in recent time, I've released that as well, summarized with my notes because of privacy reasons. So recently there's been a lot of breaking news, there's been a lot of never seen before stuff revealed. It's just at a time when not as many people are as hungry for the case. Sadie, I think does an amazing job. He's the only person that stuck with it. Appreciate that. But yeah, no, I've not looked at the Layla Santanella case. If I've got time, I could try and look into it. So is Justin and Alicia an item now? Just wondering. Uh-oh, what's going on there? I'm just gonna stand up for a second because my bottom is aching. Oh my God, my legs are a bit stiff. Oh my God, my shorts are soaked. Shit. Are they really wet? I think they are. It's because it being so hot and warm. Strawberry, can I borrow a spare pair of some of your shorts, if you don't mind? What do we have? So I'm just catching up on the comments, okay, in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. So, Michael Facecast, Warlight Raf, I appreciate you showing this. Now, can we add this to the list of more suspicious time-stamped nothingness that adds more layers of confusion? It only adds confusion when you have opposing material of the same stuff which gives a different timestamp. If we only have one piece of material which has one timestamp only, whether it's absolutely true or not, it's one piece of material with one timestamp. There is nothing to compare, there's nothing to contrast it to, only words. So Michael, when you say, oh, can we add to the list of this particular video of Pepe and Mikey under that traffic cone barrel, along with the Mikey Lair snap in bed of 527 and the Logan and Carter 430 snap of coming back after searching for now, all that can go into the bin of absolutely nothing. because of the timestamps being nothing as well. It adds layers of confusion. It only adds layers of confusion when there is contrasting material with a different timestamp of the same exact photo. We have yet to see that. So it's not confusing. You only make it confusing if you truly believe that the timestamps aren't real. George, maybe someone will send Warlight Ref the video, hopefully. See, if people send me videos, it will be in the right hand. Let's just check. What else do we have? Sadie, we all love strawberry. George, what people seem to know what's doing. Strawberry, Raf, what did you do to the other shorts I lent you? That's a very good question, Strawberry. I'll have to think of an answer to that. What else do we have? Yeah, my response to Michael at the time was any footage is welcome as long as it's from the party itself. Unlike people on the army page and in the past randoms that decided to use footage of a fight from a party which had absolutely nothing to do with the party no attended, and it was actually really old material and completely different party goers in a different location. People so desperate to link unrelated material to the No Presgrove case. Maybe it was done accidentally, misidentification or something, but rushing it. But oh, that was welcome to some extent in a period of time. Sadie in the comments from last night said, well, that was predicted that y'all would try to debunk it somehow. What's the point in showing anything? It's true what Sadie says, it's fighting a losing battle. You got material, you got evidence, finally, hard evidence, what people have been asking for, and as soon as it's shown, oh, it's not good enough. Is anything ever good enough, really? It's like saying, oh, I want really long hair. I want to look like a Disney princess. Oh, I really, really, truly wish I could have such long hair. Then comes Strawberry draping her hair down upon someone's bald head. And it's like, actually, that's not good enough. It's a bit too long. Oh my God, it's so smooth. I'm going to be slipping all over the place. I need to get it cut a little bit, please. Yeah? Oh, it's not good enough. You wanted it long, and as soon as you got it long, oh, it's not good enough. It's too much. What next? Well, actually, I want it really big and thick, by the way. I want my pineapple to be very pointy and sharp. I want it really juicy and full to the brim. And then you get given a big, thick pineapple. You cut it open. A bit too wet for me, actually. It's a bit too squishy inside. I want it a bit more dry. I want it a bit more sticky, the juices. Really? What is going on there? You can't please humans. The term of, well, you can't please everyone. Well, to be honest, more so, you can't please certain people anytime. Yum pineapple. You like pineapple. What about those reactions? The dodgy pineapple juice. We can't have that in a fruit salad, can we? No, because it might cause ulcers or something. I don't know. Cause a chemical reaction to my back. No, I'm okay with pineapples. Apparently Michael has everybody blocked. Well, I don't think Michael has blocked me. See, it does. I still like it. Ooh, you're willing to go above and beyond the side effects and the pain to enjoy what you want most. I can't even get the purr out. I must have had an overdose of catnip. I can't do a proper raw sound on the spot. Hell yes. There we go. Passion shown, Strawberry. That's what it's all about. What else do we have? Tammy says, then Pepe and Mikey should be able to say where Noah was at this time. Well, Pepe, yes. But has Pepe spoken publicly? Nope. That's unfortunate. Has Mikey? Never really. So, yeah, wasted opportunity, of course. Would have been welcomed. What else do we have? The cone, similar to Donna's house. What next? The cone. The traffic barrel has voices and it speaks. Is it paranormal? We need to start a spirit box, shine those crystals so far, shove them up the rear end, pull them out through the mouth and come up with some kind of solution. The cone, the barrel has answers. It speaks to us like Donna's house. Oh, but by the way, Mikey Lair is stood underneath it hiding. Yeah, that's probably why it's talking. Oh no, there's going to be some really dodgy conspiracies that are going to come out of this, aren't there? Next thing you'll know, people will be saying that the magic traffic cone killed Noah Presgrove. And then some people will twist that and say, oh my God, Warlight Raft's turning such a serious event into such a bad thing. I'm just demonstrating introspection on the spot, how people can jump about in opinions, right? Who blocks people on YouTube? I don't even know how. Guess that speaks volume. Have a good night, Raf. Take care, Coco. Welcome to anyone else that's present. We've got more people present tonight, which is a good thing. I don't know why it's different tonight compared to other nights, but whatever, it's positive to see. Oh, we've got Andrea present. Oh no, Andrea, you have missed out on so much that's happened earlier on. So much. What else do we have here? Mike Johnson says, Michael Facecast only wants made up information with no supporting documentation. Michael responds to me, I hear you, you can only report on what's given. Exactly. And I try and handle it as best as I can, unlike other people that really do act recklessly. Okay. Next slideshow. Michael Facecast responded to Sadie at the time. No one's debunking it. It's just more video not giving us answers. Where's the rest of the videos you all wiped from your phones? Where's the rest of the videos you all wiped? Why is Michael saying to Sadie, who's a member of the general public, saying you wiped? Why is Sadie being accused of wiping phones when Sadie Ray wasn't even a party goer? What? I think maybe Michael wasn't directly referring to Sadie for wiping phones, but more towards party goers in which maybe Sadie knows of, even though Sadie may not know of them, but Michael may think that way. I don't know if people understand what I'm getting at there. Andrea, I realised there was a dang lav. Oh goodness. I guess YouTube doesn't always notify people. And his dude wipes. What are them? I've heard of Dude Perfect, but that's a YouTube channel. Where's the rest of the videos? What else do we have? Sadie. Okay, first off, Michael, I didn't wipe anything from my phone and Ellie has everything, so stop trying to start more rumours, please. Whatever's going on there. Sadie says, he said, as in Michael, no one's debunking it. It's just more video of not giving us answers. Where's the rest of the videos you all wiped? Sadie then says, so now Michael is accusing me and whoever else of being somebody that wiped the partygoers' phones. That's just crazy. Andrea, when is he, I guess Michael, going to learn? It wouldn't even matter if anyone deleted anything because the LE has it all. That's what I said, LE has it anyway. Tim, nobody deleted anything. Okay. I don't know if anyone was saying that the footage of the cone and Pepe wasn't the full piece of material. I mean, in terms of the timeline, what I saw going across, it looked like the full piece because it ended and then it repeated itself. Andrea, Michael was trying to insinuate Sadie was a partygoer or family member. Anytime someone disagrees, we're all suddenly paid off or family members. Unfortunately, it does seem to be that way. There are some exceptions where some haven't turned on me in that way, but we have seen some other humans. Oh, who was it? That blonde-haired individual with the dodgy sunglasses just recently in the profile picture where they were saying, oh, Warlight Raft's being paid off to paint Caden in a bad way. And it's like, come on, be realistic. Caden's dug himself into his own hole based on his discrepancies. Maybe he didn't mean to do it, but it's happened, unfortunately. But I've not had to really do anything to paint someone in a bad way because most of the time humans paint themselves in a bad way. I just so happen to be the one who's the exorcist-like Raph in bringing out the darkness in humans, bringing out the worst in humans and seeing people for what they truly are, etc. Just how it is. George Chosen at the time said, maybe Mikey Lair suffered lack of oxygen under the cone and then they put him to sleep in the living room. He. Huh. That's more of a light-hearted, kind of like light-hearted thing. People take it too serious. So what does Strawberry say? Ooh, Mitch, I see you. I see you too, Strawberry. I see you very clearly. Michael, so Texas boys are the only people that have been legitimately cleared via the Texas Rangers, correct? Well, Michael, from what Robin Smith said on Facebook, she was told by police that the 5 Texas boys have been cleared. But my question is, how many Texas boys were at the party? 5 Texas boys or more? Sadie says, I'm so confused. I thought Caden Pressey said he was asleep. What, as in Caden asleep, or as in Caden claiming Mikey was asleep? I have a lot of catching up to do. Feel free to let me know, Sadie, what you meant by I'm so confused. I thought Caden Pressey said he was asleep. He as in what? Mikey Lair? Got to take in mind, I worded it as at 2 in the morning when Caden Pressey's going to sleep, Mikey resting on the floor, Brylan and Isaac resting. Resting doesn't quite mean sleeping, but in the processing, Caden may assume that, well, if they're resting and laying back like how Caden is, they're probably all going to go to sleep anyway. Caden Pressey assuming that. So then 42 minutes later when Caden's woken up by Alicia, looking about, oh, Mikey's on the floor. But 10 minutes before 2:42, or roughly around that, at 2:32, Mikey is supposedly outside. If Mikey was only resting and remained resting and never really went to sleep exactly, he can be on the move out and about, and it would make more sense for Mikey to be moving about because Mikey is on the floor. It's uncomfortable. Mikey may want to move and stretch his back and pass some time, and if Caden's asleep, which he supposedly was asleep through all that, how is Caden going to know what Mikey was up to? If Caden was about to go to sleep and saw Mikey on the floor, then woke up 42 minutes later, 10 minutes after what Mikey was doing outside, at 2:42, Caden sees Mikey on the floor, nothing's changed. From Caden's perception, from Caden's reality of what he's seen, but when Caden wasn't there, other things happened. So that's how it is. I think Mikey thinks that I am Jan, but I don't even know her. Well, Sadie Ray is definitely not Jan Fiorillo because Sadie Ray can actually produce comments which aren't paragraphs or memoirs or autobiographies, and I can understand it clearer. And Sadie Ray is definitely not Jan Fiorillo because Jan likes to label Warlight Raph as the BDSM master expert, supposedly, with all my tools and items and zoophilia and horses, which are actually space hoppers, which... yeah. So yeah, Sadie is not Jan. She could appear. Mitch, that could definitely happen, Mitch. What rhymes with Mitch? Rich. Mitch is getting rich. There we go. What else do we have? Hopefully some more people join along in time. Welcome anyone else that has joined. Sadie, Michael, that's confusing to me because I didn't think anybody's been accused, so I don't know how they can be cleared if they haven't been accused, but like I said, I need to do some catching up. Tammy says, so was Pepe on the side-by-side with Noah? Depends when the side-by-side occurred, and it depends when Pepe left the party. But Pepe is supposedly a Texas boy. Robin Smith said a Texas boy got injured on the side-by-side, so supposedly there's at least one Texas boy that was a passenger as a side-by-side. 5 to 6 passengers, as Jack said. So it could be 5, 6 Texas boys. If Mikey, Isaac, Cade and Brylan were resting, supposedly, even though at one point Mikey was supposedly outside, just like cutting it down as to who was still awake then, who's possible passenger. Sadie, I thought Caden Pressey said that he himself was asleep and didn't know about the shower or the side-by-side incident. Well, that's what I'm aware of as well, Sadie. Caden Pressey did say, though, in one of the interviews, I think it might have been Partners in True Crime, that Caden Pressey Sunday night overheard Noah Presgrove inquiring about wanting to have a shower. I guess it didn't happen that soon. But fast forward on Monday and side-by-side then eventually had it. but there is an exception, Sadie, and I don't know if I've still got the screenshot. It would have been mentioned on my channel. Something to do, and correct me if I'm wrong, where I think maybe Alicia speaking on behalf of Caden and worded it as if Caden saw Noah being escorted by 2 girls to the bathroom, the shower. Didn't actually see the shower, but actually being escorted to the shower. Caden saw it, and that's what Alicia said on behalf of Caden, but Caden's never acknowledged it himself. That's a problem. What else do we have? Just catching up with the comments and whatnot. Oh, Strawberry, I think what Craig is getting at, Strawberry, is do you act as a moderator? Are you a moderator on any other channel? Sadie, and I absolutely love and respect your channel and you. Well, I appreciate that, Sadie. Big positive what you say, and you appear to be a good individual, definitely. Brenda, little behind, no rush, take time. Now I understand how I misunderstood Sadie yesterday. I was only seeing half the conversation because Michael has me blocked. There we go. So it just goes to show that when other people block you and then those people that have blocked you end up having conversations with other people, you don't get the full context or the full point of view because it's just not, it's lacking and it's just not obtainable from your point of view. So you've got to rely on other people that are unblocked, not blocked, to show the whole thing. It just shows how deep it really is. Can't remember where. Oh boy. What else? I mean, if anyone thought, so why don't I add Strawberry as a moderator here? I'm not even the channel owner. Strawberry's the channel owner. Strawberry's my YouTube manager, I think. Someone said, oh, you need to get some social media influencer and some kind of manager. Strawberry's taking over the control there. I'm joking. Anyway, so is Michael just talking to himself mainly? I don't think so. Craig, I thought that I've met you on another channel. Ooh, Craig, have you come across Strawberry on another channel? Or is there another Strawberry out there? How many strawberries are out there? My goodness, is it like a field full of strawberries? Interesting, very. Me personally, I've not seen Strawberry anywhere else, or in the past, I've never come across Strawberry. First time I came across Strawberry was on my channel. What else do we have? Sadie. Tim, didn't Caden Pressey also say he last saw Noah because he said he was going to take a shower? Well, I think what Alicia said on behalf of Caden, that Caden actually saw Noah being escorted by 2 girls to the bathroom. Try and get a hold of that, Tim. Then that would have been after 3 in the morning. Maybe. Brenda says, per Caden, Noah was playing beer pong around 2:42. Yes, per Caden, the side-by-side video around that time. 2 minutes before, actually. Noah in 2 places at once. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with what Brenda says. Sadie, well, okay, I can't do that right now because, oh, the channel membership thing. Oh, yeah, we'll try and sort that out at some later point. If you wonder why I'm looking off screen, it's because I'm looking at the comment thing again. Tim, Ken Pressey also saw Noah at 3:15, the time he told OHP he talked to his mom. Alicia's phone record and Caden's account are completely different. Did Caden see Noah after the tip over closer to 3:15? Ooh, let's just see. Hitler? Oh, God. Craig, give me a second and we'll remember. It was either a tarot reader or was a ghost channel. Ooh. Interesting. I mean, in terms of the profile picture, Craig, was it the same profile picture or different? Ken Pressey also saw Noah at 3:15. I don't remember that, Tim. Is that from the police interview? No, just a name. Ah, okay. I guess it depends, Craig, when you came... Well, actually, no, I don't know, because I think if you change your username, it will also update on old comments as well when you're looking back. Sadie says there is only one true rosy little strawberry. That's true. What else do we have? Tammy says, didn't Carter take Mikey to Terrell before 3 in the morning? Supposedly. Sadie Ray, oh, that's also correct, Tim. I forgot about that one. Oh, that's it of that. Now, there might be just a few little comments. If I can get it up. I'm not signed in though, it doesn't really matter. So on my channel, I've uploaded 3,200 videos. That's not too bad, I think. Craig, I thought that strawberry. Ah, wait, what does that mean? Ooh, so that's interesting, that. Brenda says, good job, Raf. Appreciate that, Brenda. So I'm just going to go on to the video that I did yesterday. I mean, there's no copyright because it's my own video, to be honest. Ref, I said I was Sharon before. Yeah, well, I know that. What I'm saying is strawberry is that depending what the other person saw, if it was you on a different channel, if you left a comment in the past on a different channel, and at the time your username was called Sharon, but if somebody recently found you on that channel and looked at an old comment of yours, the username would now say strawberry. Basically, if I called myself Fat Twat, okay, back then, and now I'm calling myself Big Boy, people that now look at my comments from back then, it will say Big Boy and not Fat Twat, okay? When you change or update your username or tag handle, it will also update for your older comments in the past. That's all. Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying that when you change your username, it will also update from old comments in the past. It's like when I've looked back at stuff and I've seen a comment by someone, a username, I'm thinking, I've never seen that person before. And then they say to me, no, it's me. And I'm like, well, you've changed your username, wouldn't know. 3:15 when his mom called him, saw Noah, Ken Pressey saw Noah. I probably may have covered that on my channel video. There we go. Wow. It's like breaking the fourth wall here. So you got Warlike Wrath. What's better than one Warlike Wrath? 2 Warlike Wraths. Oh my god, why am I so pale? It's the lighting there. So what do you think of this strawberry? You got Warlike Wrath and the other Warlike Wrath. 2 Warlike Wraths. Is that too much to handle? Is 1 enough or is 2 better? Where's my face gone? So it's just a video from last night to do with Pepe. That one. Double vision. At least I can't get done for copyright because it's my own bloody video. Makes a change for once. Get my face back on. There we go. If we do it at a certain angle, the brightness is better. In possession of the stuff is the same person, or at least the same point of view. Kane's mom called him at 2:42, and Kane went back to sleep around 3:20, I thought. Caden Pressey said in Partners in True Crime, Caden woke up at 2:42 with the call, went back to sleep at 3 in the morning. In the police interview, Caden said woke up around 3 in... Well, I don't know if it was woke up around 3 in the morning or more so still woke up at 2:42, but then went back to sleep at around 3:24. There's a 24-minute time difference from the going back to sleep from what he says in the Partners in True Crime interview to what he said in the police interview. Did Caden go to sleep, back to sleep at 3 in the morning or 24 minutes after? The 24 minutes after is more important because it's closer to the time of 3:30 when Noah walked away. So the later you are going back to sleep, the higher the chances that you may have seen some event unfold in between, from the shower situation, moving about, to the tea bagging, to the eating, to the bedroom debacle and arguments and all of that. If there's anyone in chat, let me know right now if you want the light turned on, because it is getting a bit dark. I can see myself, but just let me know. Do you prefer the screen as it is dark, or would you like the light turned on? Ken Pressy said that his mom called him at 3:20 on the OHP interview. Personally, I don't remember that. I really don't remember that, Sadie. Strawberry, Ref, sorry, what is teabagging? Well, I did do a demonstration in the past, but I will demonstrate it right now, Strawberry, okay? So just prepare yourself. Ugh. I don't think anything's on show, so it's all okay. So basically what teabagging is more so, let's say you didn't have any clothing on. Now, I'm not going to go all the way in terms of that demonstration. I will keep my clothing on because I don't want to scare anyone or scar people. But if you want a clearer demonstration, Strawberry, at a different point, then that can be demonstrated. But at this moment in time, basically what would have happened at the party supposedly is teabagging involves the melons down below which dangle the bells, okay? The bells that dangle and ring-a-ding-a-ling, regardless of what size and whether they hang low or are quite full, whatever, that a person would stand over somebody, maybe crank their leg up, maybe lean over them or stand over, whether clothed or not. If clothed, whip them out. If unclothed, lay them upon someone. That's what supposedly happened with Noah. After the shower, unclothed, Noah running about supposedly, teabagging people. If it was on a chair, you would have to climb up onto a chair. Hold on for a second. Climb up on a chair like this, and then that bit there, which is centered, you go up and down like that. And as you're going up and down like that, the bells or the melons will be slapping or pressing upon the skin of the person. People may tend to do it more so on somebody's face because it's more insulting and it just feels dodgy, doesn't it? So that's what teabagging is. The tea bags are the bells and the balls below, and then it makes contact with the person's head, and you go up and down like that, regardless of what speed. Oh God, my legs are aching. Ah! Bloody hell, my legs are really aching then from doing that. So hopefully that's clear enough. If anyone's expecting me to explain what a job that needs blowing done, don't bother. I don't have any bananas left in the fruit bowl, so I can't be demonstrating that. So hopefully, Strawberry, I've explained it clear enough what teabagging is. If you want any further demonstrations, Strawberry, just let me know, okay? Very interesting. Where are we at? So I need to be looking at the comments. Strawberry, yes, indeed. We got Awesome Destroyer, the destroyer of sloths. Brenda, Strawberry, are you picking your jaw up off the floor after explanation? Well, to be honest, Brenda, I think Strawberry's probably picking something off the floor, and that might be her tea. Sadie, thank you for not going all the way. You're welcome. You know, the second part of that is on Warlight Ref's OnlyFans, but, you know, depends if the links work or the links disappear out of nowhere. Mitch, Strawberry, you got teabagged. Ref, you tried that on me before, didn't you? Did I? Fucking hell. How do I explain that? Right, so just catch up on some of the comments from last night of what went down with the never seen before material and footage. Justin Roy, who comes back from the grave, missing in action for some time, which wasn't a bad thing, has come back, hopefully not as a broken record. Justin said, so Stevie Howard claimed they left at 2 in the morning and were not seen on camera because they went back way home. Who? Texas boys? Also, the St. Joe Ho, whatever call it, Texas boys claimed they did not go back to the party Sunday night. Also, you can't see Mikey at all, so you can't say that's Mikey. Well, I did acknowledge that to some extent in my video. With a bit of common sense, you would hope to think that there's some truth behind what's been labelled there, because the video itself is really harmless. There would be no reason to lie just for the sake of somebody hiding under a bloody cone. Does it get that deep? Does anybody want the light turned on, or is it okay dark? Just let me know. Awesome. Did I hear that right? Did somebody say something about licking someone, or am I crazy? Well, the thing is, Awesome Destroyer, nobody has been licking anything yet, but there is always time for that later on. What I did demonstrate was teabagging, because some people in the chat had no clue what it meant. So it had to be demonstrated on the spot immediately. What else do we have? Justin says, but I'm most concerned that if this was Monday morning, why did he lie about being at the party? About being at the party, he claimed not to be there. This picture clearly puts him there. Well, where are the screenshots of Pepe Guam claiming to not be at the party? Claiming, oh, I didn't return back Sunday, or I didn't return back Monday. Where are the comments? Where are the screenshots by Pepe? Ah, where's Pepe? Where is he? I can't even see my face. Oh my God, it's so dark. Right, so Janet says it's so dark. Let's put the light on right now. I'm going to turn the light on right now. And I can keep the window open because I've got netting up so nothing can get in. No moths, nothing. Oh my God, my legs are gone. No. Lord. Wow, the adaptive lighting, adaptive display kicks on in. That's what we need. Worst days when they drag, exactly. And I'll tell you something. I'd say in recent time has gone smooth. Sometimes time goes fast, of course, and other times time drags on, not good. And in recent time has been slower, but for the best. So, you know, for the best, time going slow, so you can take it all in. All in. Put on, bro. Yeah, there we go. Awesome Destroyer. Pick me to be licked. Pick me. Oh, goodness. Oh, God. Response by Lisa. What did Lisa have to say? Why would you be surprised that they lied about still being at a party when it's been proven they've lied about absolutely everything? About everything, as in who's lied about absolutely everything? Carl says, who is SH? And Lisa says, maybe it's Shandy? Shandy? I don't think there's any Shandies about. There might be a Shandrew. Where's Shandrew? What's that all about? No, SH means Stevie Howard. So when Lisa says, I have a mind and I have this and I have that, and at this point we don't know what's what and we don't know names and stuff and references, then where have we been all this time? Fazza, I think from Australia, Fazza says, he's a girl in the pink shirt, mate. Patricia Ramirez says, I think her name is Shandon, Shandy or something like that. It is Shandy, not Shandy, Shandon. Bloody Shandy, what's this all about? Who's going to pop one out? Strawberry, your little 7-Up drink. Oh my God, is it sugar-free? Yeah, Shandon, their Saturday and only their Saturday. Not seen any footage elsewhere. Larry, I bet there's a lot more videos just not being shown by the people that was there at the party. And I think it could go a long way, to be honest. Other partygoers could be like, well, to be honest, it's nothing that big, not a big deal. It is a big deal if it fills in the blanks. Awesome Destroyer, what is the Kenny Veich talk? What are we talking about? Did a little bit of talk on the Kenny Veich case earlier on when people asked for my opinion on what's more likely the case for Kenny Veich. I said, Awesome Destroyer, earlier on that it seems like Kenny Veich may have teased us, as in, yeah, I'll put my phone here, I'll put my coins here to say I am here. Obviously, his scent stopped at the mine shaft. You can argue and say, well, it probably weared off, could have gone on further. But Search and Rescue worded it as it ended at the mine shaft. So you'd think if it ended, must be the final spot. Where's Kenny? Could he have double backed on himself to go elsewhere? That's what I was suggesting. Strawberry's like, yes. Strawberry, I have the yogurt pot. Don't even dare touch it. Don't care, Strawberry, if there's any obstructions in the way. Oh my God, Strawberry. Why did you not even think of that? Strawberry, do you know what you could have done, Strawberry? You could have used that yogurt pot. You could have used certain obstructions as a table. Wedge it in between and it will stand up for itself. You don't need a table, a proper table. You don't need to use your hands. Do it hands free. Take that on board next time. That's free advice from Dr. Warlight Ref. Okay? Bit far-fetched, but good theory. I'm not against it. Fair enough. I mean, just in your opinion, what makes you think it's far-fetched, as in hiking so far to drop items off, to then double back, go elsewhere? Because if the scent ends there, then where else can the scent go? Ooh. Yogurt strawberries are my favourite, providing it doesn't have lots of chunky bits in. I want it smooth. I don't want chunky bits or pips in it. I don't want to be swallowing pips, not big ones. Not that I spit them out. What else do we have? Why not? Why not what? Oh, why not? Why do I not like pips and strawberry yogurt? It's because I like the texture being all smooth. If I want a strawberry to be firm, juicy, thick and big and chunky, whatever, if that's how it's supposed to be presented in the first place, that's fine. Chunky bits. I just don't like chunky bits in my yogurt. But I don't mind chunky bits if it's not in yogurt, if that makes sense. It's like if I'm going to eat a strawberry, I wouldn't want it to be secretly filled with yogurt. Unless it was meant to be that way. It's because sometimes on yogurt pots, they won't always say what the texture's like on the inside. Ref loves juicy and thick strawberries. I think I can only handle one though. What else do we have? Comment-wise. What more videos? Carl says, yes, many more videos that might tie with the case, who knows? And Warlight says all the time, many people in chat are watching videos, could be lurking about, partygoers, who knows? We've got Spencer from the UK. Spencer says, Mikey hiding inside the cone. Pity we don't see him jumping out the cone. Hard to believe Mikey fitting inside the cone. To be honest, he is actually a small body type. He's not that muscular. He's not that tall either. He's a bit on the small side in terms of height and everything. So it's possible to squat, get low under the cone. The only thing that would have given it away a bit more if the cone, the barrel was moving a little bit. Oh God, we've got Dean McGill again. Dean, the whingy whiny moaner, back again. They say, what? That's how it's spelled. What a joke. If anybody falls for this, it would prove one thing. Lack of brain cells. You'd be laughed at if you brought this to a true legal team. We're just simply presenting footage which has been given just to try and fill out the blanks. It's not that deep. Andrea responded to Dean saying, you haven't seen the whole video, lol, just a snippet, which LE already has. So why has a snippet of Pepe and Mikey been released public when the full length is elsewhere? Is the full length that dodgy and bad that it can't be shown public? What's the deal there? I'm only working with what I have. If there is more to it, well then at this moment in time it's lacking context, and that's a little disappointing. What's the reason behind the full thing not being shown or released? It's the way a handful of some of my viewers say, well, the police have got it, the police have it all. Anyone that says that, do they know more than what they mean publicly? As in what they've seen more? Five foot 8, 140 pounds. Yeah, small, yeah. Why wouldn't they actually show Mikey under it? Well, in fairness, if it's a short clip, which it was, if there's more clip extended length to it, which may show it, or getting under the barrel in the first place, well then, yeah, it needs to be shown, but I don't have that. Not much I can do about it. Strawberry, awesome, just relaxed today off. Well, that's good to know, Strawberry. It's good that you get a day off here and there. And glad to hear that it was relaxing as well. Re-energize. Just allow yourself to, I don't know, breathe, whatever. And Dean says, well, then why not show the whole clip? I mean, if anyone tries aiming it towards me, as in, why not I show the whole clip? How can I show the whole clip when I don't have it? George, a lot of the videos and pictures, many in those media aren't comfortable with them being shown. Right, so you mean the party goers in the footage aren't comfortable with it being shown public? Can I just ask something, George? If those party goers aren't comfortable with the clips being shown public, were those clips in the first place uploaded to social media publicly in the first place or not? I only say that because if they were publicized in the first place on certain platforms, then why would it change? Strawberry had a brilliant day and had breathing issues. Oh shit. Are you okay? I didn't know that. Has the breathing got better, Strawberry? Let me know. Brenda, 5'8", small guy, plus he's young and probably limber, so Mikey being under the cone is possible. Strawberry ref. Oh, okay. I was about to get my stethoscope out just then, Strawberry. You worried me. George, actually, 19-year-old travesty was 5... Travesty? Wait, when you say travesty, do you mean that creator? Chug the water. I don't think this is Fortnite. Chug it all and then spit it out on the screen. Stephen Lingle, he looks like he's illegal and I don't believe that it was a rollover. So some person called Stephen is calling Pepe Guam appearing as an illegal immigrant. That's an interesting one, new one. Awesome Destroyer, ew, I hate Fortnite. Well, that's good because I can't stand it either. Do a spit take. What does that mean? Stephen says, these illegals can come a crime in the United States and disappear into Mexico. What? Jumping about there. They seem unreliable. Their information they tell us what they want us to believe, and maybe there was no side-by-side rollover. Just not seen the footage yet. Carl, how does one go about giving you video or screenshots, DMs and stuff? Well, as I said, Carl, you've reached out to me on Instagram already, so you just do it that way, like how you've done before. You fill your mouth with a tiny bit of water and spit it out. Oh, I do that all the time, to be honest, when I've done the exercise, but because I'm inside, I've got nowhere to spit. Smooth Brain Society. Don't know who that person is, but welcome back. Says, clip shows that contrary to Robin's statement saying that Texas boys left before 2 in the morning, Texas guys were there much later, so Robin shared incorrect information. Do we have a screenshot? Can someone send me a screenshot of Robin's statement claiming Texas boys left before 2 in the morning? Either it means that the video clip of the timestamp showing Texas boys being there later is correct, and it makes Robin look bad, or what Robin says is the truth and the video is incorrect because of the timestamp. One way or the other. I mean, personally, I don't have asthma, I don't have any breathing issues, but when I'm in the presence of Strawberry, she always takes my breath away. Oh no, what's this long comment now? Some person called Lindy. Oh boy, this is going to take some time. I know some people are not that keen to take on board spirit communication, but Afterlife Adventures channel has had communication with Noah. Noah was able to send a picture to Amanda's phone through kind of like a picture is responsible for his... Oh my God, what is that all about? I'm not going to read all that. It's too long. Oh, I'm a bit too sleepy to be reading that long comment. Pepe and supposedly Mikey under the cone. It's hard for me to believe that that cone isn't that tall, and how could an adult male hide under it? Well, you got to squat down, haven't you? Some people are more flexible than others. Some people can get into positions others can't. Dakota, what's breaking about it? Lol, no rest. What's breaking about it? Breaking news, never seen before party footage at an important time of where there was radio silence of all times before that, never shown footage, but now there is all of a sudden. I mean, that's pretty important. And Brenda says, thank you for presenting never before publicly seen video. Good job, especially appreciate having timestamps. You're welcome. I would like or heart your comment, Brenda, but I'm not signed in on the other device, but appreciate what you say there. How many people do we have? 23 watching live, that's fine. So I can turn my phone off just for now, just getting a cuppa. Okay, you do that, Strawberry. I'll probably still be live when you come back, and if not, I'll just give a heads up, okay? So we've got Sadie present, that's good. I'm sure she just got her information from an unreliable source, but yeah, that's the thing. Robin Smith, when saying stuff, it's because of what she's been told by others, kind of like Justin Roy. But sometimes what Robin may receive may be better than what Justin receives, as in the hierarchy of people. Just stretching for a second. No, it's fine, Strawberry. I'll still be live. It's not like you're going to take an hour, is it? I'll at least do it for like maybe 30, 40 more minutes, okay? Okay. Let me just allow myself to stretch, right? Because what I'm going to do anyway, in a second, I'm going to transition onto the Kenny Veich talk, so hopefully we can get some more people coming into the live, okay? Okay. Shout out to those that have continued to watch. Nice view. Yeah, it's quite a nice view, isn't it? Looking through the window. Oh. Well, yeah, that as well. Stretching mainly. You can get a few more nice views if you want, Strawberry. Pretty quiet outside. I think the sky looks really good over there. Nice colour contrast. Naughty? As if I'm innocent. Hey, there we go. New viewer, or maybe a new viewer. We've got T Gaming XYT just joined. What's going on? TF. What does TF mean? Who knows? But welcome, T Gaming. Strawberry says bollocks. Thank you very much. Yeah, so T Gaming talking about the Noah Presgrove case, which is a true crime case based in Oklahoma near to Terrell. It's been very wild, very explosive tonight already, and also transitioning onto now the mystery and missing person case of Kenny Veich, and certain talk about that. See what can be mentioned. Sadie, great live. Thank you, Ref. Appreciate that. If anyone has any questions in regard to the Kenny Veich case or any theories or ideas you want to share, Kenny Veich, M-Cave, just the environment, feel free to do so. I'll give you my thoughts then. What I would say is, let's just say Kenny Veich may be missing in the desert. Truly believe that there was a cave, but there isn't one. You still got the mystery of where Kenny ended up. If the cave didn't exist, the M cave, and it was rubbish made up, and if Kenny Veich faked his disappearance and went elsewhere, what mystery do you have in the desert? Does it just make it all obsolete? Nope. Because other hikers that have gone out there have noticed other unexplainable mysteries from, to some extent, like Scott Natal, weird symbols in a cave. As for the location, that's a bit unknown of. Exploring abandoned mines and unusual places, known as Frank, with over 400,000+ subscribers, key individual on my channel, commenting here and there when they can. Big shout out to Frank. They've done their explorations, came across an M-shaped looking cave which had an Area 51 sign inside, and I know some people say it was placed there as a prop and it was bought from Amazon, but the cave itself, the shape of it, the fact that it's got an airflow, meaning there could be a mine shaft entrance somewhere, who knows what else. Marie Van, I'm not too sure how you say that last name, but Marie says, you look good, amazing job, well done, hun. Appreciate that, Marie. Good individual, appreciate that. We've got Jam Sandwich back again, welcome. Soul Rebel, welcome. Presgrove is foul play, seems like those boys he went party with were cooked and jealous of him. Kenny Veich cave somewhere out there, not sure where Kenny could be. See, people can say that when it comes to coming across the cave, other hikers haven't found it, Kenny didn't find it, so it must not exist. But then Jeff Clark is the only one to document an M-shaped cave which no one else has seen and everybody's walked past at some point. So if majority of hikers can miss out on a prominent type of cave, then what else are they missing out on? There's always that what if. And I would like to know why really Robin, the real one, decided to hike in a completely different area at a time of when map analysis and hike routes were already provided online by Sean Horlock as to the real Kenny Veich hike. Why did Robin purposely go elsewhere, searching for the cave? Did he think it was elsewhere? Bit of a coincidence that where really Robin was hiking up one of those canyons on the other side, near to Joe May Guzzler, is actually the area and spot where Kenny Veich pointed at his M cave hike once he got over Wild Horse Pass and was facing west and said, oh, well, it's over that way, which would be more southwest, I think. And Kenny said, yeah, it's over that way. There are caves to explore, but I'm going to be going on down here, which is more west. So Kenny Veich has given up an opportunity to search somewhere to go elsewhere to find the caves. Did he miss out? Soul, suspicious. Jeff Clark's story. Really, Robin, also suspicious. Soul Rebel, why is Jeff Clark suspicious? What has he done, or what has he done wrong? Which I'm not aware of. I didn't think Jeff Clark did anything wrong myself. Who knows? What I do know is, I know Jeff Clark has done, I think, a new hike video. I need to try and watch that or catch up on it when possible and see what's within it and what's been picked up, definitely. What I also need to do at some point is possibly get a different device So whilst I use the phone for recording videos and doing all that, if I had like a small laptop, could do the live streams from that, so maybe the quality could be a bit better, or use the laptop to edit videos and whatnot, maybe expand a little bit, could try. Jeff Clark said the only one found the cave. He probably buried it. No. I believe what Jeff Clark was saying was he was the only person to come across an M-shaped cave which appeared to be filled in, maybe naturally caved in. No other hiker has recorded it. Jeff Clark was really the only one to record it. And that's because of their elevation being higher up. Most hikers will be looking on lower ground thinking that's what Kenny meant, but Kenny meant on the side of a cliff, on the side of a mountain, which could mean at the base of the mountain or halfway up. So it depends how you interpret it. And as well, the way the shadows and the light is casted, it can cover certain cave entrances and stuff. You look on Google Earth, satellite imagery, you see some holes in the ground, you see holes about, is it a cave, is it a mine shaft, how deep, how shallow is it? Then another time when the sun may shine in a different way, shadows aren't casted as much, it may not seem like anything. There have been exceptions where it looks like an M-shaped cave on satellite imagery, but because it's a bird's eye view, you're looking down at it, it can't be like a proper cave. It's more of an overhang of shadows casted of a ridge line of a mountain or the edge of one or a hill. So things can be a bit deceiving. And we've had the encounters of rock faces and walls which may show faces or weird creepy things upon it, and it's just the mind playing tricks and whatnot. There is that. Sol, I wonder why Sean Horlacher would be threatened or be visited by unknown agents after Kenny's hike. Because Sean Horlacher never recorded it, only the after effects, who knows what really happened. That might sound bad, that, but I'm just trying to be realistic. He had a yoga mat outside his house. It was all torn up. It had all claw marks going down it. Yes, it sounds bad. It sounds messed up. But do we have CCTV footage of an unknown creature or person going up to the house and scratching at it with a knife? Why would someone go up to Sean's house to damage his yoga mat and then leave the property? When they could have done more? Sean Horlacher says Kenny's brother Raymond could be the agent, visited him and tore the yoga mats in shreds. But of all things you could damage to send a warning, a threat, bloody yoga mats. Why not leave scratch marks in the door, the walls, break glass, do something more devastating to leave a lasting, darker impression? Some torn up yoga mats, just of all things that you could do. Like, if people wanted to be really dark, would be, oh, the person's got a dog, tear it to shreds, leave it out on the front porch. So when the person wakes up in the morning, they will see the dog absolutely massacred. How dark are people willing to go? How far will humans go? If there are dark forces and agents in this case and they want to silence someone, you'd think they'd do something more sinister than touching a bloody yoga mat, you know? The yoga mat monster probably couldn't quite perform the downwards dog, so it got petty. Keep getting bang sounds outside. Welcome to anyone else that has joined along. Strawberry's come back. Was just saying Strawberry, when it comes to the Kenny Veich case, one hiker, Sean Horlacher, was supposedly threatened and infiltrated at his house at one point when he woke up in the morning, found his yoga mats torn to shreds. And I was just saying how if it was a dark force or presence, why would they go after someone's yoga mats? Why not leave a lasting impression, a darker, more sinister act upon You know, you're going to cover distance. You're going to go out of your way to intimidate someone. You're going to do a lot more than some yoga mats being ripped up. I know Sean Horlacker did say at one point, some mystery guy visited him, a biker-looking guy, and said, "Oh, could you help me fix my bike or do something? It's down the end of the road," which was a dead end, which was leading on into the desert, and a bit beyond there was a mine shaft or something where you could have been pushed down. And I think Sean was gonna go, or was about to, and at some point had second thoughts and then decided to not go back because it just seemed too dodgy or sinister. All this comes from what Sean had seen and told by his story through his words, and other stuff has been documented on camera when it came to being out in the desert, anything dodgy, spooky captured, but the after effects not really recorded. I mean, to be honest, those phantom footsteps in the dark within the desert, walking along, hearing footsteps following you, beside you, either side or on one side more so, just wasn't recorded in the moment. Wonder why. The same happened to Scott Natal as well. Maybe some of the really creepy stuff just doesn't get caught on camera because people aren't anticipating it, so by the time they do get the camera out or whatever, it stops or it disappears. But you did have Ewu crew, when Ewu crew were about, who were out there in the dark in the desert with some guide or something over Nellis Air Force Base, made a mention too, do we have any UFOs? And then a few seconds later, a UFO flew over that base area. We did also capture, was it 2019 or was it much earlier, when there was some military spy plane caught on camera on satellite Google Earth imagery, which is no longer available because it's been updated, but at the time, satellite imagery of a military spy plane flying, hovering over near to the area of where Kenny Veich was hiking at. So was military watching Kenny out there when Kenny saw something? As soon as Kenny Veich mentioned it online publicly on a Son of Area 51 technician, which is a quite a popular video now, that made Kenny Veich a marked individual. What I'd like to highlight, which not many people talk about, is Kenny Veich's last known ever comment and comment thread was deleted by Kenny or YouTube, or it was reported by the channel. Why did Kenny Veich's last known comments before going missing, why were they removed, deleted? It was the most liked comment thread as well on that popular video with over 3 million views. It doesn't get talked about enough, does it? What was the comment? So if you're talking about the comment that was removed, Awesome Destroyer, is that typical one? What was the comments, do you know? Right, so you will see remnants of it, screenshots. Son of an Area 51 technician, Kenny Veich said, "Oh, I'm a long-distance hiker, and one time out when I was on my hike, I came across an M cave, or an M-shaped looking cave, and I felt vibrations, and it really scared me." It's, you know, that same old regurgitated comment, "Oh, I'm a long-distance hiker, and I cover a lot of distance on foot, and this is what I found." And then some responses back, "I remembered the message." Yeah. And it was a bit back and forth. People were saying, "Go on and prove it." And Kenny Veich is like, "Well, yeah, I'll go back out there." I don't know if I've documented the whole thing because, you know, you're not really expecting it to be removed in the early days, right? There are remnants of it, of course, still about, but the whole comment thread and all the people responding back to Kenny, I think there was like hundreds of responses. Strawberry, I hope Kenny didn't suffer. Well, in some ways, Kenny Veich, if he was alive or staged something, it's what he may have put other people through by staging his disappearance. You know, if Kenny Veich has staged or gone elsewhere, what Kenny Veich has done is single-handedly, kind of indirectly brought out hikers, general public, more concerned than Kenny's family in going out there, hiking, endangering their own lives to search for a person that might not even be out there, Granted, I know Awesome Destroyer may not see eye to eye with Susan Veach. Susan Veach was the one advising other hikers not to bother going out there. Not in a nasty, dark way, but just as a means of don't bother wasting your time because Kenny Veich isn't there. I know you could still say it's a bit biased if Susan Veach believes all in on it when it might not be enough. But it's the only Veach-related family member that's giving some kind of guidance, because all the other Veach-related family members aren't really saying anything or doing anything. Even in the early days, to my knowledge, the Veach family members never went out in the desert, and maybe you can't expect them to because of age, health, and it is in the middle of nowhere and it's quite desolate out there. But you know, if you could go by a helicopter, if you could go to the DNWR centre just to get so far, maybe do an interview, maybe do something, but nothing whatsoever. As popular as the Kenny Veich case is, it's not been documented much at all in terms of proper news coverage, in terms of proper interviews or anything like that. Strawberry, sorry, I'm silly. I meant at the time of his death. It's fine, you're not silly. At the time of his death, well, that's the thing, Strawberry. There's no guarantee he is dead. There is no evidence he is dead. The girlfriend who claims to be the girlfriend who's a part of the mental health field, but clearly, in terms of how they go about with Kenny, could be deemed as not enough. And it was the girlfriend that said Kenny may have committed suicide. What does the general public do? Yes, master. Yes, mistress. That must be true. Oh, because it's the girlfriend of Kenny, or at least a person claiming to be Kenny's girlfriend. Well, that must be true then. Oh, because they're a part of the mental health field. So then obviously they must know what they're talking about. It's internalization. It's not even compliance. Internalization of going along with what someone claims, even though it's not backed up with hard facts, just because of their background experience. But sometimes background experience isn't enough. But the general public are easily pleased by it. Why should the general public accept what Sharon Pilgrim has to say, the girlfriend that Kenny committed suicide likely, when Sharon Pilgrim is the same person that falsely said, I reported Kenny missing 2 to 3 days later, but it actually was 7 to 8 days later. There's a big difference there, isn't there? It's a straight up lie about that, then what else are they lying about? Yeah, Kenny Veach's search history came up with help me, or I need help. Yeah. But in what way, though? I need help in baking a cake. I need help in getting money. I need help in saving my home. I need help with Shark Tank submissions. I need help in YouTube and growth and escaping. It doesn't always have to link back to suicide, but unfortunately, when it comes to the mental health bandwagon, when, oh, all of a sudden now, or over the last few years, now mental health matters. Oh, now let's all jump aboard on it. Oh, now let's all relate to it. People relate a bit too much without thinking of the lies told along the way. Oh shit, hence I don't speak much. Well, it's fine, I like hearing your voice, there's no problem there. Hear me out. The family killed Kenny. The family knows, but they hide information, wonder why. There's not even really been much resistance either by the Veach family, you know. You're not hearing your voice. You're not, what's that? Raf, you're not hearing her voice. You're reading her voice. Ah, because I don't know what their voice sounds like or their accent, you mean. So, not bad. Seems like they sacrificed Kenny on some Illuminati ritual BS. They saw a light in him and they wished they had. I think what I will do, when I do more Kenny Veich related live streams, it will probably be like just after I've got a proper video done, you know? When I do my normal standard videos, then I can do a reflection or I can do a debriefing and add on. Awesome Destroyer Strawberry, you got that southern twang accent, don't you? Southern accent. What, like an American southern accent or a London southern accent? Oh boy, now that'd be interesting. That would be very interesting, wouldn't it, if it was a southern accent? American southern. Oh my God, mister, what the hell going on, boy? gonna start triggering my southern accent or something. I mean, Strawberry, I need to watch the Kenny Veich case. Well, I'll provide you the playlist. I've got 400 plus videos, which are all together. Got that shotgun in one hand and a nice cold beer in the other. Awesome Destroyer. Have you heard of Red Dead Redemption, the character Arthur Morgan? I can do his voice impression. You have? Okay, well, it's a bit rough, okay? But I'll give it a try. Awesome. I'll try and do the impression right now. I just need to stand up as well because I need to stretch. Do it. Okay, I'll give it a try. I've not done it for a little bit. I've talked a lot, so my voice won't be quite the same. Well, Lenny, where are you, boy? Well, should we go down to Tahiti? Where's Dutch at? It's all right, boy. You don't need to worry. I got a bit of a strain. Wearing down. I don't know where I am. I've been in prison for some time. Look, we got Strawberry right round the corner. Where are you at, boy? I've been running through the desert a long time. I've been seeing double vision as well. Running around. Normally I can think of more things to say. I don't quite have much of a script this time round. Should voice act him. My eyes are a bit messy. We need warlike refs skits. Well, the thing is, Soul Rebel, if you go back to the Claw Wars, the penguins, the snakes, and all kinds of stuff with Jay Silverheels, and Jay Silverheels challenging me to a boxing match and me doing a pre-match analysis of it, it's all there, the Chronicles of Jay Silverheels. Oh, we got Bergow present. Oh my God, Joyce Bergow, you missed out on so much earlier. Really full on. As for right now, kind of cooling off a little bit. I need to check the time then. Ooh, it's getting a bit late. I think I'll probably do a countdown shortly. Yeah, so Twilight, before I do a countdown, yeah, so Bergow, what happened was I was doing a recap on the video last night with Pepe and Mikey, and Michael Fazekaz worded it at first that I have photo evidence of Noah Presgrove in the bathtub unconscious. And then Michael then proceeded onwards later to say, well, actually, it came from a group called the Dark Side group chat, in which there is a impersonator of warlike Raph in that chat as well. And that the material, yeah, I'm being serious, Joyce Bergow, Michael Fazekaz said, and it will be noted in the live chat replay later, if it's not been deleted or anything like that already, or blocked, whatever. If you've been blocked by him, you might not see the comments, but I'll get the screenshots. Michael Fazekaz, Dark Side chat on Facebook. I'm supposedly in that group chat, as Michael said, but I'm not. But Michael says I am, so there must be an impersonator of me, supposedly. And then on top of that, Michael Fazekaz ended up saying that, well, actually, the video, the photo is actually really blurry, so we can't quite identify whether it's really him or not. And on top of that, in the Dark Side group chat, we just don't really know if it really is Noah or not. So Michael started it off with, yeah, we got a photo of Noah in the bathtub, and then later said, well, actually, don't know if it's him, and actually the quality's really bad, and yeah, backtracking on themselves, unfortunately. They like to make stuff up. Well, I can understand how things can be taken out of context. Right, before it gets to 2300 hours so it doesn't mess up my sleep patterns and my eyes, I'm going to do a bit of a countdown now, because I've done it for over an hour or two. I think probably at least 2 hours or so. Need to stretch as well. What is a tea bag? Oh no, you'll have to rewind back to that awesome destroyer. If I do it anymore, the strawberry's going to throw up all over me. Okay. Send me a screenshot. I'll try and do that, Joyce Begau, just after this live stream. Well, actually, no, I don't think I'll be able to show. I don't think I'll be able to do it immediately, Joyce, because I've got to wait the next day or two until the live chat saves. So hopefully it remains in between. I hope. Yeah, I'll have to do it tomorrow or a bit later, because live chat, there's a delay in terms of when it's saved. But besides that, shout out to those that have watched along the way. You look tired. Well, technically, I'm not tired. You know, if you said go on a run or go to McDonald's right now, then yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for many things. But it's just more so to try and, I don't know, just rest the eyes more so then the mind is clearer for them when going to sleep later. Because when I did my live streams later in the past, it affected the sleep, so I've got to try and balance it out. Talk to my okay big gal. Take care. So all right, well, Raf, thanks for the updates. You're welcome. Craig, thank you, Raf. Just want to say keep up the great work. Will do. Appreciate that. Take care. Something almost be 100 here. Damn. Don't leave the stream. Wow. There's only so much I can talk about personally. I can do a countdown, and then there's any few things to say or any questions, final points, then can extend it just a little bit, but it is nearly 2300 hours and that is getting late, to be honest. Okay. 20. 100 min countdown. Bloody hell. 20. Take care, Joyce. 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. 15. Yes, Strawberry. Take care, Awesome Destroyer. What is it, Strawberry? I still never retrieved that other strawberry photo painting thing. Still stuck behind the table. Staying until the end. Oh, man! There we go. All these moths trying to get back in. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Strawberry, you're bloody gorgeous. Well, I appreciate that, Strawberry. Get a room. Well, the thing is, I'm already in my bedroom. So I don't know what other room to get, to be honest. I need to get a new planet. Best investigative journalist on YouTube. Keep it up. Well, I appreciate that, Sol. We'll try. Also, Strawberry, get in his room now. Well, if I get dragged off camera all of a sudden, you see like a little red nail appear on camera and then pull me off, well then, you know they've arrived. I know they could be hiding behind me right now. What's that, Sharon? Are you comfortable there? You're not saying too much. Hiding under the bed sheets again. Yeah, okay. Such a Brit, what does that mean? I mean, some people have mistaken me for a Mexican drug dealer at one point. So that's interesting. Though I am a little Spanish within. Seems very British. Well, when I first saw Strawberry's profile picture in the past, in terms of who I thought they were from more so the US. Just because I'm used to people, majority, you know, watching my videos from the US. So when I saw Strawberry, I thought they're probably from the US. That's a shame. And then when they said from the UK, the eyes lit up more. Raf was in love with that profile picture of not strawberry. No, when it comes to strawberry, it's like a full package with, yes, the face that you see, you could say, oh, that's nice, but more importantly, it's what's on the inside, and it just happens that both inside and out equally, it's matched perfectly. Right, second device is turned off. Mexican drug dealer, I'm buckled. Oh my God, Craig. Buckling more than buckles. I've lost count of my countdown. But what did Strawberry originally say? You're gorgeous. Well, it takes a gorgeous person to know a gorgeous person. Is that what you said? To be honest, I thought that was an AI profile picture. I mean, in fairness, when it comes to nowadays, I've seen others out there that are using AI-generated profile pictures, and at times it can be more obvious than other times. In terms of me, when it comes to profile pictures, I would never use AI, I would never use makeup, well, because I'm a male, but I just wouldn't really use anything personally. My profile picture is amazing. My friend custom drew it for me. Take care, Craig, from your Scottish. Before you go, Craig, I'll read out in a Scottish accent, or at least try to. Craig Wilson says, I just want to say, take care, everyone. Much love from your Scottish brother. What you doing? Get him a swamp donkey. There we go. Exactly, Awesome Destroyer. That's what I'm doing. I'm Shrek. At least managed to fit that in. Boom. You hate the Shrek movies. Well, at least I know how to torture you now. I'll just do the Shrek accent here and there. I'm going to do Kermit the Frog then. Hey everybody, it's me, Kermit the Frog. Where's Donna Bond at? I was hoping that you would come and find me right now. Okay, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Bro picks the worst movie ever made and does accents for them.
Well, is that so? Awesome Destroyer.
So what type of accents or what type of thing would you want then? Muppets is so bad. Well, there we go. So, Awesome Destroyer, what would you consider good then? There's no guarantee that I'll be able to do the impersonation then. I bet it'll be something that I can't do. Chucky accent, the horror film. I don't even know what Chucky sounds like, to be honest, because I've never even watched it. I'm not even ginger. Pennywise, I've not seen that. What's your, because I don't really watch horror films, what's your best impression? It'd probably have to be the Arthur Morgan impression, because it really transforms my voice from, obviously, you know, UK accent to full-on American. Do Strawberry's accent. Peter Griffin. I can't do Peter Griffin. It was Strawberry that said, do some Family Guy voice. To talk in a posh voice or something like that. Oh my God, they're all coming through now. Welcome to anyone else that has do an ASMR voice. Well, I can at least do that, yeah. Stewie. You know, I've forgotten how to do that one now, Strawberry. Ew, Strawberry, is that how I'm supposed to sound? Ref, do my voice. Oh, really? Is that what you really want me to do? Okay. Okay, I'll do Strawberry's voice right now. So I just need some water. Where's my tablets at? Okay. I'm ready now. Hey, Awesome Destroyer, you're right. How's things going? Really hectic schedule here, you know. I've just been too busy dusting my curtains. Curtains with a C or a K, don't care. Look, I don't know where I'm really going on. No way, Strawberries, that's really spot on. Damn right. Hold on, but I'm more gentle. Of course, Strawberry, you're very gentle. You know, at times when you're around certain people, you like to talk with a really loud, bubbly accent. Yeah, right. And then other times, really quiet. Yes, saying a lot. Yeah, of course. You just need to calm down just a little bit. When you calm down, you can focus just a little bit better. Yeah. Strawberry, mind me to never meet you. I'm scared. Awesome Destroyer, you're scared. What do you think I'm like? Even I'm doing that accent now, subconsciously. So, was that decent enough? Do your voice, Raf, do your voice. I bet you can't. What, talk as how I normally would talk? Raf, be honest, is my accent gentle? Yep, you sound nothing like Raf. So what am I supposed to, how am I supposed to do that then? I'd say Strawberry, your voice can be gentle. And then if you're in a rush, the accent can be a lot louder. Sound like nothing like Raf. I don't know how I don't know what other voice would do. What, higher pitch or something? Interesting. Raf, you twat. Is that Sam? Is that Sam? Well, look, Strawberry, you know, just basing off what I see observation-wise. Raf, you have like the Breaking Bad bald guy voice. Well, is that Sam? Must be all the narration that I do. The voice is just gelled a certain way. Okay then, Strawberry. Would you say my accent is gentle? What do you think of my accent, Strawberry? Can't see the moonlight. Where is that at? Oh, don't think too hard, Strawberry. Just that little pause makes me wonder. Oh, guys, no, 2,300 hours, bloody hell. I will have to do a countdown very shortly then. Wrong. I'm probably going to get like a long audio or something of Strawberry telling me what's up. Strawberry stuck for words. Do Craig Wilson? Who that? Oh. If I do a Craig Wilson voice, it'll sound like... Is Craig Wilson talking in a high-pitched Scottish accent, or is it more in a deep tone? Which one is it? Is it higher pitch or is it lower? Oh, a deep one. Oh, shit. How deep are we talking? Craig Wilson, what are you doing over there? If I keep doing this accent, I think I'll have to get the water out. Ref isn't gentle. Excuse me, I have the softest hands a about? If I wasn't so gentle, why are you falling asleep so much? Hmm? Haha, normal deep, brother. Oh, so I went a bit too deep there. I go from one extreme to another. I'll have to try and recalibrate the voice. Ref is very gentle like a newborn baby. Yes. And very innocent as well, for sure. I'll do a slightly deep Scottish accent. What's that profile picture? Craig Wilson. The fire in the profile picture. If that helps, no, it doesn't really help me to be honest, but I'll try and read it out. I am from Glasgow. If that helps, I'm very twang. Strawberry, bloody hell, complete bollocks. Strawberry, I don't like your tone of voice at the moment. We'll have to sort that out afterwards. Strawberry, what is with this British wording? I mean, the way I talk at times, some people have thought I was not even from... But yeah, the thing is, Craig, there was a time where a handful of people were convinced that I was from Australia. Don't know why. Probably when I tried doing a dodgy Australian accent. Strawberry, love the Scottish accent. Oh, Strawberry, you're saying to Craig that you loved the Scottish accent, but last time I remember when I did the Scottish accent, Strawberry, you were cringing so much. Oh, please stop, Raph. I don't want to hear it anymore. Is that Sam? Wow, bro. Oh, wait, did I say something correct? Oh, no, because the Australian thing. A bottle of water. Oh my God. Well, when I say a bottle of water. Yes, this was a great try with the Scottish twang. See, can I do it in a high pitch? Yes, it was a great try. No, sorry, I'm turning into an Irish accent all of a sudden. It's hard to mind, Strawberry. Raph, hold on a Scottish from you, not real Scottish. Shut the fuck up, you little twerp. Who the hell you think you are? I'll do my proper... What's the cracking, Strawberry? You know what it's all about. I'll do the proper accent. Are you American? Oh my God. Awesome Destroyer, how long did it take to realize that I'm an all-American? Damn right I am. Strawberry, Raph, hold on. Scottish from you, not real Scottish. Ooh, developing a bit of an attitude there. Don't worry, Strawberry. Next time you wake up, you'll wake up to a person with 15 to 16 different accents. You want a French waiter to show up next time?
Mademoiselle, you look like a man needs the water.
Nah, you're Aussie. Right on, mate. Craig, what are you doing behind the grain shed, mate? Trying to find Graham? You know, crikey. A couple of people that shut up from Australia. You got Craig Wilson.
Oui. You want the ASMR accent? You know, last time that I was trying to walk about as a lost individual. It was very dry, thirsty, magnifique. Je m'appelle Rolaf. Je suis fatigué. Oh là là. My lady Strawberry, you appear to be a little confused as to who I really am. My name is Rolaf. I am your local waiter. I'll serve you whatever you want. You want a long baguette? Not too soggy.
See? Very, very controlled, isn't it? Strawberry, you're a very lucky person that you get all these different accents. Because I know there's a bit of pushing and shoving. Oh, Raph, these accents are a little bit cringe for me. I prefer the real deal with the people from the real places. Don't worry, Strawberry. What you got to realise, Strawberry, is when I do my accents, they are verified by people from those said places and countries. So what I do say is rather accurate, and at times I do a better accent than they do from their place. Just like you, Strawberry, because you were the one to say that I do a better accent than you can. Exactly. Always remember that. At times when you push and show resistance most with accents, it's because secretly you really like it. Yeah? Is that so? Oh, that's really so, isn't it? Be umming and ahhing. And it was ASMR Destroyer that said he wanted to hear some kind of ASMR voice. And why is that? Poor Craig Wilson, Craig, wondering what the hell is going on. How is this even possible? Transitioning from so many different voices. Leave that freaky stuff to the room, not the stream. It just happens to run in parallel with one another, unfortunately. And we got Donna Power showing up with the absolute power, man. Gonna cause a power surge with that strong, powerful name. So, I'm sure Craig Wilson, what you would like to see is some kind of African accent of some extent. What is this all about? You show me that way. I've lost my visa. Where the fuck is Trevor gone? I don't know. I'm so confused. Raph, I'm gonna meet you soon. Is that Sam? That's a rather interesting comment. I know, Strawberry, that Irish accent really does work for you, doesn't it? As soon as I do my Irish accent. Strawberry, I better meet you never. Ooh, you intimidated by the power of Strawberry. Donna says, what have I missed? Ooh, quite a lot, to be honest. Close out with Ava Marie. Oh, bloody hell. It's not going to sound good at all, is it? I used to do it in that abandoned building. Tanya. Hi, Raph. How's your crazy ass? Well, my ass is about to fall off because it's a bit achy from sat down all this time. Missy, where's my towel at? I can't even do the Ava Marie on the spot because it's going to sound really bad. I've got the window open. People are going to hear me and wonder what the fuck's going on in that bedroom. Well, no, it's just Strawberry tapping the right areas and hitting the high notes. That's all it is. Nothing to see here. Hopefully no one heard me. Dang, getting roasted by Strawberry? What is crazy? Donna, washing my hair. Do some dancing, Graf. Oh no, Tanya, I'm not going to be doing any dancing. That'll only give ammunition for other people to create fake AI technology of me. Oh my god, awesome destroyer from the US. Really? Wanna meet me? What? I can make sing soprano. What does that mean, Strawberry? What, are you gonna sing? You gonna sing for me? Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm glad that worked, Missy. I'm sure that opera singing almost brought a tear to your eye. We'll find a white towel to wipe away those tears. I'll sing for you, Raf. No worries, I don't want my phone to break. Yes, Strawberry, you sing for me. You know, I know you like guitars. I'm sure you've done a few practices as well. You get your guitar out, Strawberry, and start strumming the strings. Raf, will you sing for us? Technically, I already did. Yes, but not now. We're having nice weather for once. Ooh. That's good then. Kind of cool here, kind of. Hopefully it stays like that. Maybe the room will heat up afterwards. Hopefully not. Well, depends how it heats up. Okay. So big shout out to anyone that has stuck around from start to finish. Much appreciated. Very interesting live stream tonight considering. We'll see where things go next time round. Aiming to do a normal video. The next one, which will be screenshots of all kinds of stuff bundled together. In shadowed whispers, ref and revels crime of a steady hand, while strawberry spark lights the cold truth only they can understand. Like my song? Punk your hair up. Oh boy. Well, to be honest, Awesome's just destroy it. My hand's not steady when strawberry's about. Anyway. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Take care, Craig Wilson. Loved it, bro. Thank you. Take care, everyone. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, I'm getting there, Tanya. Learning by the day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And strawberry, I have a few things to say to you. 0. Take care, Missy. Sleep well. And 0. That is it now. So, I'll see you next time round. Video should be... Yes, really, Strawberry. I will see you immediately. Immediately, Strawberry. Bye, everyone. Take care, Craig. 0, and that's it. So, see you tomorrow. Probably live premiere, normal video. See where it goes. See if there's any additional stuff that's happened from tonight's streaming. If Michael does reach out, if there's any updates there. I'll try and provide some context when possible. So yeah, I'll end it right now.